How's it going, guys? Welcome to the stream, welcome to the stream. Welcome, everybody. We're gonna get started here in just a couple minutes. How you doing today? Welcome to the stream, everybody. What's up, Wolfsbane? How's it going, dude? I'm gonna enlarge this a little bit for today's stream. What's up, Paul? How's it going, man? Just editing this a little bit here. This looks kind of wacky. There. That looks better. There we go. Okay. That's fixed. BFC's been a blast so far. Nice, dude. Hey, glad to hear, man. How's your profit going so far? Like, how much have you made? Really happy to hear that you're enjoying it, though. There, for today's stream, my subs goal is going to be, like, right here. Sure. Sure. We'll go with it. Oh, you upgraded a few hours ago? Oh, nice. You know what? I saw that, actually. I did actually see that. So you're enjoying the new stuff you have access to? Already up 10 million plus? Nice, man. Nice. I'm just getting ready on these accounts here. That's my main down here. And we have 2 alts today. I actually originally was going to have 4 accounts going, but kind of can't do that because then I can't see me. Or I can't see behind me. So I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot I can't do that. It's going well. Flipping right now. Just put in my buy offers and some sell. If you look in Flip Starter, you can see the chat. You can see my GE. Awesome, awesome. Actually, yeah, let me take a look. Uh-oh, everyone can see. Just kidding. There's nothing bad there. Let me open up the Discord. You know, actually today, since we got like this chat right here, I think I might actually show some of our Discord stuff too. That way people in the video today can actually see what it looks like. But the notification I think just went out. Yes, just went out. So we'll give people a couple minutes to get in here. Because I got a lot to show you guys today, especially because we're doing something different. We're using alts and everything, so I'm going to show you guys some strategies for using alts as well, like in addition to price checks. So that way you can learn, because I know a lot of people don't use alts and stuff like that. So I'm going to show you guys some tricks of using alts, and that way you will be able to use some. Wolfsbane says, going well, flipping right now, just put in buy offers and sell. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what you said before looking Flip Starter. I read like half that message. But welcome, everybody. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? We're going to be starting up here pretty soon. Just waiting for some people to get in here, because we got about 18 people right now, and we usually get up to like 50 or 60 total. So once we hit around like 30 or so, then we'll go ahead and get started. So I just know that I don't want people to miss out on the beginning stuff. And awesome, you're on YouTube. Awesome, and Twitch. Nice, nice. For anyone who is on just one, so it's not a legend like Wolfsbane over here. If you are choosing which one to watch on, Twitch is the preferred one because it does help us move up in the like on the front page. So if you would like to watch on Twitch, feel free to jump over there and hit that follow. What's crazy is the golden party hat is worth more than the Christmas tree hat. Well, I'll be honest with you. I mean, people don't really like the Christmas tree hat. Like, it was a meme for a while, and people were buying into it because they thought it was going to rise. But I don't know that many people actually who legitimately like the Christmas tree hat, besides it being funny. All right, we got 21 in here. Give about 3 more minutes, then we're going to get started. Hey, Cody and Andy, how's it going, man? How's it going? Flipping on mains or sub accounts. So it's 2 alts on the right side here, and then we got my main account right over here. Originally, I was going to be using 3 alts and the main, but that would make it so I couldn't see the alt because we'd be on top of it. How's it going, Zesty? Welcome, dude. How's it going, full-time housewife? Our job. I'll take that job. Yeah.
Yes, love?
I'm gonna be a full-time housewife. You're gonna earn the bread.
I already do.
Why are you lying on stream, girlfriend? She said that sounds great. She'll support me. What do you think of my GE offers? Let's take a look at those real quick. Got 20. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Also, we got 24 people in here right now, so about 2 more minutes or so, and then we're gonna get started. Let's see. Starter. Homie Wolfsbane, you keep on showing all your prices. It's like people are gonna they're gonna overcut your price by like 1,000 or whatever if you do that. Also, you're okay. I will give you some advice here. You are buying polypore staff for too high. Your Blade of Avarice, did you not get sells at the pin price? Is that why they're up above? And also, why is Offhand Ripper so much below the pin too? Your Poly, Avarice, and Ripper are all not at the pin. Is there a reason why? Actually, your Bandos Godsword is at where it's supposed to be. You used the most recent ones? Oh, I see. They did update that. Oh, okay. All good. I actually got buys and sells of those previous prices. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get going, though. Alright, 1 second here. 1 second. All right, let's get going. Okay, so we're gonna do some price checking today. So I'm gonna show you guys all kinds of prices that you guys can use. If somebody would like to type them into the chat, then you guys can have them to use right there. But in general, feel free to use any of the prices that I show. That is literally the point of these streams, is to show you guys how to flip and literally show you guys pricing and stuff like that. That's literally the goal. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that as we go through, then feel free to ask as well. And then also lastly, if you are new to flipping, you guys can go ahead and check out in our Discord server down below. I definitely encourage you to join. We have over 9,000 people, and we'd love to have you as part of that. You can look in our flipping school and learn how to flip in there. Some of the basic stuff like overnight flips, price checking, things like that are all in there. I am also currently actively working on doing our money making methods and stuff like that in there too. So We have a lot of content that's about to roll out in addition to the content you're watching right now. Oh, sorry, I lied. Lastly, there is one more thing. We are giving away 50 million gold every single day. So if you'd like to jump in on that 50 million gold giveaway, all you have to do is look in our announcements and enter in the announcements. It's really simple. You don't have to be a member or anything like that. Anyone can enter. All you got to do today is post, let me see, I think today was posting one price. Yeah, it's posting one price. Actually, sorry, that's yesterday's giveaway that is ending today. We are also starting another one today, so feel free to go and check it out. That today's giveaway will be live shortly. It'll actually be live during today's stream. I'm not starting it at the moment, but I will be starting it during today's stream. That way you guys can jump in on that one. But there is only 74 people entered into yesterday's 50 million giveaway, so you have a actually pretty good chance of winning. So anyway, jump in there and check that out. Let's go ahead and get going with some price checks. Okay, so when it comes to the price checking, I am actually going to post all of today's, well, not all. I'm going to post a lot of today's price checking directly into our open free flipping section. I'm actually going to go ahead and do that right now. So I actually just opened it up. So if you are in our Discord server, these beginning price checks I'm going to be doing, I'm actually going to post them into, this is going to go into RS3 supply prices. So if you're on the left side in our Discord server, it says RS3 flipping chats. You can find supply prices. That is where these are going to go. But as I go through here today, something's going to be a little bit different than our previous streams. I am going to be showing you guys how to flip on alts, like how to flip on multiple accounts. I'm going to be running through that. So like I said, if you guys have any kind of questions, just ask them as we go through. Let's go ahead and start jumping on some stuff. I'm going to jump into extreme potions. Today we're going to start off with a more of a bulk product, a supply. So this is a high volume item that you can flip 1,000 of these every 4 hours. Some days we start with really high price stuff. Some days we start with low price stuff, stuff like that. So today is going to be starting with some lower price things. That way everybody can jump in. I mean, move this down. I have like shadow dye sitting here. I don't want to be accidentally trying to sell this for minimum. Okay, I'm going to price check a few things here on this account, and then we will, I will actually show you the GE. That way you guys can use the exact prices of these things. I'm also going to be posting these into that free flipping section. The goal today is going to be also to get as many prices out as possible. That's another reason why I'm going to be posting them into that free flipping section today too. That way I can do a lot of pricing, rather than sitting here and trying to show each individual pricing and waiting for people to be able to read it. You guys will just be able to look right there in the open section. Okay, so extreme ranging. We're just going to do all the 3-dose extremes right now. So you guys will have the prices for these. The reason why I do 3-dose, by the way, is because 3-dose are the most often traded versions of potions. For most potions, there's a couple that are mostly traded in 4s, but anyway, these are all traded mostly in 3 doses. Something else you can do as well is you could, once you guys see the buy prices here and stuff, you could buy these at the low for the 3-dose, and then you could decant them into 4s, because if you go and price check a 4 and it's pretty high, you can go and decant these into a 4 and sell them that way and make even more money. It's a nice strategy to do. Alright, so we did get a few things here. Looks like some pretty good margins overall, actually. So it looks like on extreme attacks, we've got 1575 to 1799. That's not a bad margin. Remember that you can do 1,000 of these, so that is actually like that's a 224k margin on this, which is really not bad given the fact of the price of this item. We've got right here, we've got 12,005 to 12,671. That's a over 600k margin on that. That's actually pretty sweet. Right here on Extreme Magics, you have like an 800k margin. Extreme Ranging has a 4 million margin. Well, that's pretty sweet. Okay, Extreme Ranging definitely wins on this one. Alright, I'm gonna actually go ahead and screenshot and post into supply prices our items that we've got right here. Yeah, it definitely looks like Extreme Ranging is the most profitable of these 3 doses. Let's go ahead and post those in there. Boom. Alright, remember those are going into RS3 supply pricing, so you guys can just feel free to go in there and use those. No, the first tip I want to tell you about doing flipping with alts. Now this is going to be really obvious, but right now I just priced these potions. If I was to flip these potions right now, then I will be able to make whatever amount of profit I just said. Let's take the extreme ranging for example. The extreme ranging, here, you know what? While we're sitting here, I'm gonna go ahead and try to buy some of these extreme rangings. 999 of them because we already did one for the price check. We'll see if that's buy. You guys are probably gonna be buying them, so they probably won't buy, but you know, we'll throw them in there. If I was to flip these extreme ranges right now and make 4 million profit, I now have 2 more accounts that I could do these extreme rangings on. So I could wait till this one is done. I could buy them all here. Then I could buy them here. Then I could buy them here. Sell them, sell them, sell them. So it's essentially each additional account is an additional buy limit. It's extremely good when you find something that's very profitable, like this extreme ranging, because instead of making 4 million, I can now make 12 million. If you've got 4 accounts, that's 16 million. You can make 16 million off just the extreme rangings. That's just like one little example. So basically, whatever profit you find, multiply that times the number of accounts, and that's your new potential profit. If you were flipping something that was like a 10 million profit, and you could buy 2 of those every 4 hours, that is an 80 million profit if you're using 4 accounts off of literally just one item. So it's really good. Alright, those are posted into supply prices. I'm going to go ahead and price some of the heavily traded things that are a little bit more obscure. But, you know, before I do that, what I want to do actually is I want to look at, I want to get some of these prices down here moving. So let me check out one of our Patreon sections. I'm actually going to pull some prices from there. That way I can get some of those updated. Just to give us more time for letting these sell back. Okay, so I'm looking at the time right there. I just want to see. Okay, it looks like those have been priced. I just want to find something that hasn't been priced right now. Looks like a lot of things have been pretty updated actually. Let's do malevolence down here. So another great reason for using an alt, another really awesome benefit of it is the fact that you've got all these slots here for doing price checking and whatnot. Let's say I buy these malevolent helms right here. So 92.98. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. 92.98k. Well, that's actually a lot lower than it was before. When you see an item like this malevolent helm where it actually has been up here around 11 million for like the last few days, and right now it's like down here, you could actually try selling them for much closer to mid and see if it sells, because a lot of items will bounce back. A lot of items just go down temporarily for whatever reason, like maybe not a lot of people were buying them that day, or not a lot of people were doing PVM that day, so it can make them go down. Alright, same with this Quirus, so it's actually like quite a bit below. 27,911 though, but we're going to use the prices we got currently for these examples. Okay, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about with these examples. Malevolent Greaves. Also, welcome to the stream, everybody. We got about 40 people in there now, so how's it going? Welcome to the stream. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. We're going to be doing some price checking. 18,822. You guys can feel free to use these prices as also. See right there? See, Wolfsbane says, bless you. My god. Okay, see how that Malevolent Helm sold back really fast? That's exactly that's literally what I was just talking about when I said that you could probably sell this higher. That sold back way too fast, which means that you clearly could sell it for higher. So that right there is literally that example. But what I want to put these in here for also to talk about in terms of having alts is because let's say you have a 1 buy limit item. I get this question constantly of like, how do I flip an item that has a 1 buy limit? How do I price check that and still make profit? Well, it's very easy if you have more than 1 account. If you've got 3 accounts like I'm using right now, right down here, you can instant buy one and then sell it back like I just did for these right here. And then on these accounts, you can then use the item. So if this Malevolent Helm is instant buying for 9,300, which obviously it can sell for higher, but let's use this example. I can look at my spreadsheet and I can see, oh, the average margin for this, let's just say recently the average margin has been like 700k, right? So what I would do is I would then go over here and on this account I would go Malevolent Helm, this amount minus 700k, which is 8,600, so 8,600k, and then I'd then buy a buy limit here. I could also repeat that on as many alts as I have, and now I can successfully flip something that has a 1 buy limit. Obviously, it has a 2 buy limit, but you get the idea. It's the same thing. We'll leave those in there for fun. We obviously have the space for it, so we'll leave that in there for fun. But anyway, that is kind of like a little starter thing about what you can do. Let's go. Let me put in some prices for something else here too. Let's do Serenic. I'm gonna price Serenic in here. Now, a reason I wanna have some things sitting down here is I want these to get time to sell back. So I'm gonna go in here and buy 1764. It's so cheap on these. Like honestly guys, if you guys haven't bought a set of Serenic for yourself, like for you to keep, I highly recommend that you do actually buy a set of Serenic for yourself to keep. 4662k. It is still one of the best range armors in the game. And at this price tag, it's extremely affordable. If you are someone who's trying to find a budget PVM build, buying a set of Serenic and then buying a Nox bow or Ascension crossbows, probably Ascension crossbows. So you could buy Serenic Hauberk and Ascension crossbows, and it's that's not very expensive at all. It's actually really cheap. You'll be able to get your armor and weapons for way less than 300 million. And it'll be all tier 90. That's plenty. That's plenty to get you started for PVM. So I highly recommend you pick up a set of those. 3530. Also, too, on the topic of Serenic, if you were to buy Serenic, definitely augment it. That way, it's not, it doesn't go to dust. Obviously, you're going to augment your gear, but just remember to be sure to augment it. Okay, let's go ahead and price some more things up here for the supply prices. So these are all going to go into supply prices as well. We just did extreme potions. Let's go ahead and do the super potions because those can also give you some pretty good margins. All right, super attack. We're going to do those. Super attack.
Cody,
Yeah.
Megan are so low.
Yeah, I mean
They're at 44.
that is too low. Okay, so no problem. Super attack. I'm just gonna run through and price a bunch of these super potions again. All right. If you guys have any questions, whether it's flipping, money making, anything like that, feel free to fire away. Evan Med says, one wrinkle to keep in mind, you need pay to play, not a free to play alt to do this as well, so you gotta get 70 million extra profit every 2 weeks to break even. Well, it's not really much of a wrinkle, because I'm gonna be real with you. If you're not making 70 million every 2 weeks, then just stop. You're doing something very wrong. Very wrong. You should be making that every day. Your alt should be making that daily. And preferably more than that. Alright, 12,499. That is a really high buy price on those. Wow. But, and before anyone says this, if you are a newer flipper and you're not making that much profit per day, that's also fine. I totally get that. It's not time for you to make an alt at that point. You should be making an alt when you've got enough money and enough skill that you are using, that you need more than 8 slots. If you're not currently really using more than 8 slots, or you don't have the money to use more than 8 slots, it's just not the time for you to make that yet. So I definitely don't go make an alt if if your daily profits are 30 million or something like that. Okay. Super ranging. And how's it going, Epic? It's going pretty good here, man. It's going pretty good. Yes, she is flipping. They're asking if you're flipping.
Yeah, flipping and matching.
Hey, thank you so much for the follow, dude. Okay. Alright, so we've got a pretty good margin on super attacks, a pretty good margin on super strength, about the same. It looks like the winner for supers is definitely going to be super defenses with a 3 million margin. That's pretty great. So it looks like super defenses and extreme rangings are the winners for the supers and extreme potions. But I am posting these into our R3 supply prices, so you guys can go ahead and use these. There we go. Okay. Boom. All right, let's do some more pricing for. Yeah, let's do a little bit more supply prices here. I'll ask you guys, who here wants to see more supply prices, and who here wants to see more gear prices? Yep. These are pine cones. All right, Bobby wants to see more supply prices. Because I want to make sure that I'm showing you guys, like, you know, what you guys want to use. There's a lot more supplies we can do too. And as you can see, supplies can have some pretty sweet margins at times. Actually looks like quite a few people are actually using the supply prices right now. I'm literally just looking at the chat right now. Wolfsbane wants to see some gear, but his GE is full. That's no problem. Because the gear, you know, gear stays good for a while. Marco is saying Ascension keys, which basically means that Marco wants to see more supplies. I would do Ascension keys. I would do Ascension keys, but they just got priced a half hour ago. So those are actually posted in our Discord right now. As long as it's not posted like right now, then I'll probably price it for you. Okay, I've got at least one request for supplies, so let me go ahead and do some supplies. Let's do some bars. Bars can sometimes be really good. Alright, adamant bar. Bars are a weird one, actually. Some bars will have like nothing for a margin, and then other bars will have a really great margin, but we'll find out. The good thing about bars, and the reason why they are not something that should be completely ignored, is because they tend to hover around the same value. And when things tend to hover around the same value, it allows you to kind of like work around that. Like, for example, actually I'll just show you. For example, this Bane bar right here, right? So 8,034 was the instant buy. That's right above the mid price. I could just sit here and buy these for the mid price and then try to sell them for this price right here. I don't really have to worry about losing money on these, like, you know, like, I really don't, because worst case scenario, they're just going to go back to selling at the mid price. So you don't really have much of a risk on them at all. And there's quite a few supplies like that. Where you would end up having a risk, though, is if you were to buy them for like some much higher than GE price, you know, so be careful about doing that. Alright, Elder Rune Bar. These usually have a pretty good margin, so 14,572 on the instant. And then we're going to sell these here. Wow, yeah, there we go, there we go. That makes a more than 10 million margin on these bars. I'm going to show you more bars, but look at that. So 13,541 on the buy, 14,572 on the sell. There's a 10,000 buy limit, which means that is more than 10 million margin on those bars. Okay, what else we got here? Necronium bar. Do a couple more bars. Hopefully one of these has a really good margin as well. Oh, I was really expecting Necronium bar to have a good margin, but it has like nothing for a margin. Remember I was saying they either have like a really good margin or they just have nothing? Oh, that's a bad luck. Alright, Orichalcum also could have a really good margin. These, like Orichalcum and stuff like that, they just, sometimes they have a crazy margin. Oh, not today though, not today. Okay, I'm not even actually going to post these two into the supply prices because it's so low that it's not even worth pricing. Or not even worth posting. But I will post these. Because those are pretty good. I mean, the Elder one that's really good. And actually, Elder one pretty consistently does have margins that are like that, so it's really good. To go along with, oh, my nose itches. To go along with the bars, I'm going to go ahead and do some ores. And to find these, you can easily just type in ore. You don't really have to, like, think about, oh, what's the name of that ore, or like whatever. Just type in ore, it'll give you like the whole list of things. Then you can just simply just click them like I am. And some of the ores can also have pretty fantastic margins. I do typically like avoid adamantite and stuff like that because those don't usually have that great of a margin. But some of these other ones like the nechrite or whatever, like those can have really good margins. The really good margins for ores happens the same way that bars. It's just if there's nobody really selling them at the moment, but there's a good demand for them, then they'll end up having a much better margin during that time. But if a lot of people are mining or a lot of people are smithing, then the margin ends up being not as good. I'm not seeing very good margin on these ores though right now. Let's do the light and dark animica. These can sometimes have pretty good margins. Let's check it out. Also, something to keep in mind though with ores, just because you don't see that much of a margin on the item, like for one, you gotta remember you can buy 25,000 of these. So whatever margin you make on one, you're gonna make that 25,000 times. Ooh, come on. Oh, and our Serenic is down there selling off. Something I do try to tell people too is if you're gonna be flipping one piece of an armor, just flip the whole set because somebody will come in and they'll just buy the whole set. That way you just move it all at once. Okay, let's check out our ores. Looks like a 76 each margin on Bainite ore, which isn't as bad as it sounds. So 76 times 25,000. See, there we go. They just all sold because someone bought the whole set. That's a 1.9 million. So a 76 GP margin is equal to 1.9 mil. That's actually really good. So that's pretty sweet. 40 on this, that'll make that around a million. This is a really good margin actually. So the margin on the dark animica looks like the winner for sure. So that is a margin of 235. So 235 times 25,000. If you flip the whole stack, that's almost 6 million profit. So that is not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and post these into the flipping supply prices. That way you guys have those. The margin on the light animica, not that great. What I'd highly recommend you do when you see something like this, here, let's check it out. So I bought this at 5604 instant, and that is the mid price. If you look at the other price, it was 55.90. Just try buying them for less. So 55.90, let's do 55.71. I'll just stretch it a little bit. And then I'll just put this offer in there. We'll see if we get any to buy it, but we can just kind of test it on our own too. But there is no harm in just posting a buy offer at a stretch. Like you can even do 55.50. Like you can just try whatever you want to try. Just because the margin doesn't look that good on the instant by instant sell doesn't mean it necessarily doesn't work. It just means that at that moment, that was the best thing you could see. But that might change in 10 minutes. So just put a stretch buy offer in there. I would normally probably even stretch them more than this, but I just want to see if they'll buy on this stream. Is 600 million good to start flipping high price items? Yeah, definitely. You can start flipping high price items way less than 600 million. What items would you recommend mostly for free to play? For free to play, it's a tough one. I would probably really focus on the archaeology materials you have access to. So if I look in here, I'm gonna look down here and see this list of items that are archaeology, and they don't have my member symbol. So Third Age Iron, Zerosian Insignia, Samite Silk, Imperial Steel, White Oak. So it looks like that's it. So I would focus on those 5. Actually, here, if you want to, let me go ahead and price those 5. This will be for those for my free-to-play guys out there. Now the reason why I recommend these for free-to-play is because they do have a buy limit of 5,000. And so they are going to bring in more profit than a lot of the other things that you're going to have access to. See if I can even remember all the items we just looked at. And after this pricing right here, I'm going to price check a bunch of gear and stuff. That way that I can actually fill up the slots in these other accounts. So we did white oak, we did samite silk, Zerosian insignia. Okay, sell this. Ooh, I think that was a pretty good margin. Yeah, that was a really good margin on that one. Okay, what else do we have? So we have insignia, samite silk, and white oak. We've also got Third Age iron and Imperial steel. So all 5 of these are for free to play. So also if you don't want to put membership on an alt, but you want to try out alt flipping, then these are a great thing for you to do. That's Imperial steel. What else did I? Whoops, my bad. What did I forget? White oak, samite, Zerosian steel. I'm terrible at this. Third Age iron. Okay, Third Age iron. Okay. Here we go. So it looks like Third Age iron's kind of a dud right now, not a very good margin. Same with Imperial steels. But once again, like I was just explaining with those ores, you can definitely just try to stretch these. But they don't look very good right off the bat. But these 3 do look pretty good at the moment. Especially with that Zerosian insignia. Remember that they do have a 5,000 buy limit, which makes this like over 7 million. This is almost an 8 million flip on this Zerosian insignia. That's actually like fantastic. I'm going to post these into the supply prices also. There we go. So even as a free-to-play, you can make a pretty solid margin on this. I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you focus on stuff like this as a free-to-play person. You can also look into doing smithing items. There's lots and lots of smithing items. They have a pretty great margin. If you look into the smithing category here, we go all the way up. We can look at... Let me see, what do I want to see? Core equipment? Is that what I want to look at? I think so. Yeah, so we can actually do all the way up to runes. So what you could do as a free-to-play person is you could go into this, you can type in rune, maybe rune pickaxe. Now see how we've got rune pickaxe the base, then we've also got rune pickaxe +3. Well these are a bit more obscure because not a lot of people make these. So 180,000 is my instant buy. And my instant sell is going to be 103,000, guys. So this is a really great recommendation for free-to-play that I would also really focus on, is those obscure items. I mean, you can do these even as not a free-to-play, because as you can see, the margin's pretty crazy. It's a 77,000 margin, and you can buy 100 of them, which makes this a 7.7 million flip. You're going to have a pretty hard time beating that on free-to-play, I'm just going to be real with you. So... Wow.
Sorry, I just think the acid.
You what?
I think I acid.
Are buying 2 of them?
That's not like 6 of them.
It's only 6. Get out of here. Little market manipulator.
I'm not.
I found her. Caught on... It's recorded. She's caught on recording.
No.
Manipulating prices.
I can't buy stuff.
Okay, so free to play. I am posting this this pickaxe, by the way, into our RS3 gear prices, so you can feel free to go and check that out. But there you go. I would make my #1 recommendations the smithing items. You can even do bars and ores too. But that would be smithing items and these cheap archaeology things. Those alone should be able to get you to a bond pretty quickly. So there you go. While pricing, any thoughts on tax affecting flipping the 2%? So here's the thing about the tax. We already have a tax in old school RuneScape. It's already 2%. And in old school RuneScape, you can see that flipping still works. Flipping still works just fine. The big thing about it is that the margins have increased. So the margins have increased, and the number of people flipping has decreased, which means that overall things are preferable. Like things have gotten better to flip like on their own. Obviously, there is the tax to take into account, so you just have to make sure that you're just like, okay, is this margin going to be good enough? It is good enough. Okay, flip it. So that's really all it is. Also, with the release of the tax coming to RS3, we are going to be having all that information for our Patreon members. So if you are someone who's like, man, how am I going to flip with this new tax? We'll have all that information there for you. So it's not going to be bad. Honestly, it could end up being a better thing because of the fact that there are going to be a lot less people flipping on their own, which is a lot less competition, which means you can make a lot more money. So it's pretty sweet. And at the same time, deflating the economy means the value of gold will rise and the value of the price of items will drop. That's what happens when you deflate the economy like that. So that would make it so that whatever money you are making is actually really worth more. If you notice right now, it's like, oh, I made $1 billion gold. Then you look and you're like, oh, I want to buy a weapon. And you're like, fractured staff of Armadillo. Oh, oops, I guess my $1 billion isn't that big of a deal. And that is because of inflation and the value of gold in the current market. So if you bring that tax in there, that will cause some deflation or the rate of inflation to decrease, and that means that your money goes further. So it's actually pretty good for that too. Marco says, one tip, imagine you try to buy 25,000, it's only buy, let's say 5,000. Do you take those 5,000 and put to sell right away? I would definitely recommend doing that if you have the space for it. Like if I buy 5,000 of this anima right now, I would just put them right here and then sell them off. If I have the space for it, then definitely. If I don't have the space for it, then I would probably just go in here and update my offer and try to get the rest of the buy limit. Why did my music stop? But why? I'm gonna play one of my playlists because this is not consistent. All right, playlists. All right, there we go. At least I know this playlist isn't going to stop. Yeah, any questions you guys have, please fire them away. Fire away. Bushcopper says, any recommendations for overnight offers from the BFC tier? I have 600 million available. My recommendation, since you're asking something specifically for BFC, is that you ask in the BFC chat, and people will definitely answer that for you. You can also use the flipping help ticket, and then you can just literally just ask, hey, I'm looking for some overnight recommendations. I am currently BFC. What would you got for me? And also on our spreadsheet, if you look on the spreadsheet, the items are actually color-coded in the risk section, and the ones they are actually color-coded for overnights. So that's another way to do that too. But overall, what you're going to look for the overnight stuff is just stuff that's consistent, stable, and maybe takes longer to move, because that is stuff that's going to be ideal for overnights. All right, let's go ahead and do some pricing, by the way. Let's see what we've got. Let's actually look at BFC real quick. We're gonna get some. Maybe we'll do some BFC, that way we can see some higher priced things. I'm gonna actually utilize a lot more of our tiers here. By the way, if you guys do want to support the channel and also just slap the easy button on making 10 billion per month or more, you guys can go ahead and check that out in the description down below for Patreon. Bushcopper here is a brand new BFC member, and obviously he's loving it, so you can ask any existing member if you'd like to for their thoughts. Dragon Rider Lance looks like it's not too recent. At least the pin for it's older. I think it's probably been updated, but I'm going to use this account over here. And we're going to instant buy Dragon Rider Lance. Wow, 42 million. That's quite a bit for that. Then we're just going to sell that right back for what we just bought that for. Let's see. Literally just looking at our pins. So I noticed that a lot of people have put some updates and whatnot, but I'm going to go ahead and post just based on the pins. We're going to do some Cinderbane gloves. And I am going to give you guys all the margins for these. I'm going to post the updates that I get here into the BFC section, but I am going to be giving you guys exactly what their margins are. So 75, 650, just like we always do. And 5, 6, 49K. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have here? Could do Nightmares. Yeah, let's do Nightmare Gauntlets. But these right here are literally items that we do flip in the Billionaire Flip Club. So if you're interested in checking out what BFC looks like, this is literally what it looks like. 31, 427. There's a lot of items in there though. I'm literally just pricing some things that I saw that were priced this morning, but I don't see a new pin for them. So we're gonna go ahead and do them. Ascensions. Has anyone done Ascensions super recently? A couple hours ago we have a Ascension, but let's go ahead and do Ascensions right now though. I'm telling you guys right now, just like the value you get from buying a set of Serenic and Ascensions is just crazy good for someone who's trying to get into PVM. 109,690. Uh, 110,988. Oops. Alrighty, we're just put these all in here, and like I said, I am going to be giving you guys all these prices that I find over here with the full margin. That way, I'm going to give you guys the buy, how much to pay for them, and the sell, so that way you can sell them, and you can literally flip them on your own. We don't really have a recent Nox scythe, so we'll do a Nox scythe. I think it's 341,699. Also, if you are not followed on Twitch and you'd like to follow, that way you can see the notifications when we go live, feel free to do that. Also remember that we are giving away 50 million gold every single day, so you can win 50 million gold on today's stream. All you gotta do is check out our announcements. Actually, you guys have a double chance to win, because if you go to the announcements right now, yesterday's hey, thank you so much for the follow, dude. Yesterday's giveaway has not ended yet, and today's giveaway will start during this stream. So you guys have, how much time you got left? You have, something caught my throat. You've got 51 minutes left on yesterday's, so you can actually go enter right now, dude.
No.
I'm gonna unplug your internet.
Oh no.
So you have 51 minutes left to enter in yesterday's giveaway, and then I'm also going to be launching today's giveaway. So you guys have a double chance to win 50 million. You could win 100 million gold. Okay, we got some stuff selling over here. Let me go ahead and I'm going to fill up these last two slots with more items from BFC, and then we're going to move on to some more stuff. I'll show you guys these prices as well. How's it going, Mohammed? Welcome, dude. Thought so. Hoped to hear from the Lord and Savior himself. Jesus Christ. How's the yak track going? What number are you on currently? I have started it. I honestly don't remember what I'm on. We'll take a look, because this is my main over here, so we'll see where I'm at. I actually have not paid attention to what number I'm on. What else can we do? Mazcab? Oh, it looks like Mazcab actually was recently posted. What do we got? Jaws of the Abyss. No, Jaws is also recently done too. What is not recent that I can post on here? Everybody's been keeping up with these prices like crazy. It's really good right now. Okay, let me look at our Billionaire Flip Club spreadsheets. The magical spreadsheet. Oh no, you guys saw the spreadsheet. I'm just kidding, you saw the front page. They saw the front page.
Why did you change it?
Ah! Actually, honestly, do you guys want to see what the front page looks like? No, they can see the front page. If you guys want to see what the page actually looks like for the spreadsheet, then just let me know. I'll bring it on here. Also, a lot of our stuff is actually selling back already, so I'm gonna show you guys those prices here in just a second. Oh, Inquisitor. Let's do Inquisitor. Prices leaked, economy going down. Brrr, brrr, or however that noise goes. All right, 286,999. Okay, what else do we not have on there? We need this. So many. Oh, you know what? The doubles have not been posted today. At least not recently, not in the last couple hours. What? What is this madness? Holy cow. That is insane, 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 insane. That is crazy how much that just bought for. Wow. Let's see how much this one goes for. Not anywhere near as much. 16. That's wild. I cannot believe how big that, how high that price is. Okay, we got those. We got one more space here I want to use. I'm going to fill that up with something. What else can I price for you guys? Let's do a soul kit. You guys are getting a lot of prices today, Jesus. All right, just giving you guys everything, huh? 63,444. Yeah, you know what? I bet you are more curious what she's flipping besides me because you can see what I'm flipping. You want to do burial powders? Okay, I will do burial powder for you. Let's see, powder burials. They have a 100 buy limit. Oh, pretty good margin. Pretty good margin. Okay, also you guys want to see what like the front page of this looks like, so I'll show you. Woo! Alright, so let's get it not behind my face. So this right here is what you can look at. So this right here is, this is the front page. This is basically what it looks like for our spreadsheet. This is everything that's actually included in our spreadsheet. So every single Patreon member that we have, every supporter of the channel gets this spreadsheet, and the number of tabs depends on which tier you're in. So if you are in BFC, for example, then you're going to have BFC, Flip Mastery, and Flip Starter. If you have Master Pass, you're going to have Master and BFC, Flip, blah, 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 blah. If you have Annual, you're going to have blah, 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 like all these things. So whichever one you have, you're going to have everything below it. So that's what that looks like. Everything included in the sheet is you have the item name, you got the average margin, which is how much profit something should make, and this is the average is calculated like it's not, they're not guesses, like they're literally data driven. So this spreadsheet is updated frequently to give you the most accurate average margins, and this is based on the flipping we're actually doing. This is why the price checking I'm literally doing for you guys right now, where I will, for example, instantly buy this Nightmare Gauntlet. It instantly bought for 31,426. So what I would do is just go find the average margin of Nightmare Gauntlet now, and then put my buy offer at the average margin, and I don't have to instant buy, instant sell. It's pretty sweet. It's very easy to do that way. Next thing here is the wait time to update. So this is how long you should let an item sit at a price before you update it. And that is based on, you know, this right here is going to actually get your flips moving and get stuff being successful. The amount to update by, this is how much you do update it by when you do the update. The risk, how risky is something to flip? I know a lot of people try to avoid risk, so I've literally assessed the risk on every single item we have in the entire Discord server. Yes, this took a long time. Thank you for your support. Also, in addition to the risk, this also is for overnight flip risk as well. So if you were to do these items overnight, it actually will show you how risky that is. And this also, the items themselves are color coded. That way that you guys can actually see, hey, this is actually good for overnight. This is not good for overnight. Buy limit, that's pretty obvious. I know how many you can buy per 4 hours. The overnight risk, like I just talked about. And then this right here is our terms we actually use in the Discord service. These are in there as well. On the upgrade section of every single thing, it tells you the suggested minimum wealth in order to use one of the tiers. So 500 million for Master, 250 for this, 50 for this, 10 for this. And then right here is the average monthly profit, which I just realized we need to update. Girlfriend.
What?
We need to update the average monthly profit.
I've already told you that.
Fine. All right, well look.
I'm a businesswoman that's very busy.
Yeah, you're a businesswoman that's very busy.
I'll do it right now. Which one do you have open?
No, I have BFC open, but it'll have to be updated on all of them though.
Open.
It's okay. It's okay. We can do it later. Anyway, so this right here, this is actually a little bit outdated. That was a very sassy sip, he says. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. These are actually outdated to where the numbers are actually higher now by quite a bit. So this is like when we first made this upgrade page. But Flip Starter definitely makes a little bit more than this right now. Flip Mastery actually makes 1 billion to 2 billion plus. And then BFC actually right now earns 2 billion to 5 billion plus, which is insane, but people are literally doing that. And then Master Pass is going to be 3 billion to 10 billion plus. And then annual is probably accurate to this too right now because it really greatly depends on who you are and what you're like how much you're flipping with and stuff like that. So this is a bit more accurate to how much you can expect to earn from one of the tiers. But anyway, guys, that right there is literally that stuff. Obviously, if I was to click on one of those tabs, you can see the exact items in those tiers with all that information for each one. It's pretty sweet. All right, looking on to this, let's go ahead and do some of these pricings here, so I can give you guys, actually give you guys these prices. So Serenic Mask. Let me open up our Discord server because I'm going to post these prices in here as we do this. All right, so Serenic. Give me 1 second. I'm going to copy and paste a previous Serenic so I don't have to type out Serenic again. I'm looking in the wrong section, aren't I? Yep, I am. All right, Serenic. Okay, here we go. And also, so these prices I'm saying are all going to be posted in their appropriate sections. Like, this is going to Flip Mastery, then we got the BFC ones and stuff like that. You guys can feel free to use these prices I'm saying. You guys can also feel free to type them in the chat right there, so that way you actually have them and stuff like that. Here we go, here we go. Okay, Serenic Mask is... It looks like the price for Serenic Mask earlier today was actually quite a bit higher, so we're going to make sure we use that as a good stretch there. So it looks like it does buy for about mid now, so 1701k. And then it's going to sell for definitely more than this. We're going to do 1900k. And you could probably even stretch it for more than that. This actually, the helmet sold back really fast compared to the rest of it, so that's where that's sitting at right now. I would not use that instant buy as the sell. Now we've got Serenic Hauberk, which seems to be shifting down a bit here. So we'll use 4.3 million to 4662. And then we're going to say stretch sell, because that one could definitely be stretched on the sell. Serenic Chaps. Looks like it literally is going for mid, which is basically where they were at before. This would be 3 million. This is actually a pretty good margin on this, to 3530. Pretty awesome there on that margin. Okay, that was posted right there into Flip Mastery. This, by the way, also too, the Serenic is actually probably one of the lower margin thing we actually have in Flip Mastery. Most of the things are actually quite a bit more. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, dude. It's 3 a.m. here, but I have school. This is probably not good for me, but I feel great. There you go. Just write all these things down. Use them for overnights when you go to sleep. Don't take offense, folks. That's how Manti and girlfriend flirt. My God, it is. Epic, are the earnings based on multiple accounts, just one? So the earnings that are posted on that page is a really good question, actually, are based on one account. So, okay, here. They're based on two things. They're based on one account, and they're based on actual members' profits. So, and I do tend to use the lower end of those. So, if you want to see literally from the mouths of the people that actually use the packages and stuff like that, you can also go to a review section where I've literally posted reviews from actual people. You can also just ask people in the Discord server. There's over 9,000 people in there, and everybody will just be happy to tell you what they earn or whatever. Everything is very transparent. There's nothing, nothing's hidden. But yes, that is going based on like one account. Although I would say that for the Master Pass numbers and annual numbers, those definitely tend to be more than one account type of people. If you are joining Master Pass and you're only using one account, you'd be in the minority. But for the other ones, that's definitely based on one account. What's your guess on what the new skill will be? I have absolutely no idea, but I do really hope it's a combat skill, because that'd be exciting. Ubiask Clay is, or however I ever say it, Ubiask Clay is going for a very good sell. Going for a very good sell price. If anyone, it's 4 to 5 times normal price. Nice. Always nice. Okay, let me get you some more. Get you some more prices rolling here. Cinderbane gloves. Because I know that Spy on Hard Drugs needs to go to bed. So let's get his prices out here for him. Alright, Cinderbanes. Cinderbanes. Like I said, guys, feel free to use these prices. Let's look at this. This is a bit of a weird one, actually, because Cinderbane does not usually look like this. Let me see what our most recent pricing is for Cinders. Okay. We had a most recent sale that was the same value earlier, which means it's going to be lower on the buy, if anything. What did we have people at for the buy? It looks like someone tried to sell it for 75.8 and it was too high. They did get 75.7. So we can stretch this a little bit. So I would definitely try to sell at 75.7 million. So stretch that a little bit because this is actually it's actually a bit too low based on what people did find earlier on the Cinders. But what was the buy earlier? Because I just want to see that because there we go. Okay, so the buy is lower. The buy is below mid. So it looks like it's 74.1. Wow, that's actually really good. It looks like actually the margins, the Cinderbanes themselves looks like they're about the exact same as they were this morning, which is not that weird for Cinderbanes. They're usually pretty stable because a lot of people use them. So 74.1 to 75.7. That is our Cinderbanes. Some things just don't move around, and the reason why I want to make sure I looked at the earlier pricing on that is just to like see what it was earlier, because I was like, the sell's about the same, buy's probably about the same too. Nightmare Gauntlets. Let me just see what we got for recent Nightmares. We do have a recent buy and sell for Nightmares actually, so I did not even need to price this, but it looks like the sell did move up slightly though, so that is pretty good to know. So Nightmares are going to be 29.4 million on the buy, and they go to 31.43 million. Nice. Alright, Ascension Crossbow, main hand Ascension Crossbow. I saw someone report they did not get a buy on main hand. Yep, okay, they did not get a buy at 107.7. Was that based on an earlier price? I just want to make sure that we use all the updates that we have in here. Like I said, feel free to use these prices. That's a pretty good margin on the Cinderbanes. Ascensions. Come on, where's our most recent Ascension? Updates. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, so the most recent buy on that was 108. It looks about the same. It looks about the same, except looks like our sell is a bit better than what it was earlier. So we've got 108.2 million buy, and then a 109.7 million sell. So it's just shifted up a little bit. Which is always good news. You would rather have things going up than down, you know? Okay, so awesome that. There, Nox Scythe is sold. That's really good because that's definitely got a juicy margin right now. The Offhand Ascension. Okay, so we do have a sell at what is basically 111. Okay, to 111 million. And then we've got... What is our buy, though? We got some no buy reports on... Oh, someone actually did sell Main Hand Ascension, by the way, for higher. Someone did sell it for 109.9, so we're actually going to update that and go by that one. So Main Hand Ascension actually 108.2 to 109.9. We actually had a very recent sale at 109.9, so let's make sure we use that. Okay, so for the Offhand Ascension. Do you have any recent reports? Because in our pricing sections, we get a lot of people that report their prices and stuff too, and want to actually use this. The reason, one of the main reasons why this is so much better than using like the bots and stuff is because these are accurate prices right now, and people cannot post a fake price because if someone posts a fake price, they get kicked. Like we kick people out who post fake prices. It barely happens, like really barely happens, because they know they will be kicked. And since I am pricing things all day long, we know when it happens. It looks like we really don't have like the most recent pricing for this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it at 108.5. And I'm going to put a stretch buy. Because we know that the main hand Ascension is right around there as well, but we know the offhand is slightly more expensive. Okay, so offhand Ascension, guys, we have 108.5 for the buy and to 111 million for the sale. Also, if you are on the stream, we got like 50 people on here, which is normally what we end up getting up to. Is like we end up getting like 50 to 70 people on the stream. If you are on the stream right now and you are not followed on Twitch, smack that follow button. That way you guys can come and check out the stream when it goes live. I see all you guys filtering in here late. It's because you're not following. Homie, you want to make money or not? Okay. Pro tip on the sessions though, real quick. 108.2 to 109.9 for the main hand, and if anybody wants to type this in the chat for the people on YouTube and Twitch, feel free. By the way, if you're on YouTube, hop over to Twitch. It helps us get higher up on the viewer thing. That way, people actually join. For the offhand, the sell is higher right now. So our sell for main hand, because we look right here. Hey, Dragon Rail Alliance just sold. Look at this. See right here. See how the sell for the offhand is higher. So when you buy the main hand, convert it to an offhand and sell it as the offhand. You can convert this using the shards, using the Ascension shards. You can take those and you can go to the Ascension dungeon entrance and you can transfer that. You can swap them for the other bow. So do that because you will make an extra million. There's no reason for you to sell them as the main hand. So pro tip there, make a much bigger margin by doing that. Okay. Moving along here, Nox Scythe. This is a popular one. Everybody loves the Nox Scythe. The sell is 341.7. And also good to note on the Nox Scythe is that as far as Nox Scythe goes, that took a little bit of time to sell. So we know that is pretty dang accurate for that. It's pretty dang accurate for the sell. It looks like 339.8 is going to be our... We actually had someone did recently report a non-instant buy, but that was a little bit earlier today, and I think the margin might be slightly better than what they posted. So 339.8 to 341.7. That is our prices for the Nox Scythe. A solid item as always. A pretty good margin today. Not too bad, not too bad. Alright, we've got Powder of Burials over here. I'm just going to go ahead and clear this one out because that was a request. Looks like a pretty great margin on this Powder of Burials, by the way. I'm going to post that into our free flipping section. By the way, if you are not part of our Discord, come and join our Discord. We have over 9,000 people, and we're gaining like 30 to 50 people per day right now. Actually, like the Discord is like... kind of popping right now. It's actually pretty great. If you guys need any help with flipping, also, you do not have to be a channel supporter. You do not have to be a patron. You don't have to be anything. You can just be whatever you want to be. And go to the support section of our Discord and click on flipping help, and you can submit a ticket, and we will help you to improve your flips and help you learn how to flip and improve how much you are earning per month. Go check it out today. All right, so Powder of Burials. I am posting this right into RS3 supply prices. Boom, it's in there. So it is a pretty fat margin for this item because you can buy 100 of these. So you're going to make this profit margin, which is like, what, 36,000? That's a 3.6 million flip, guys. That's pretty damn sweet for something that's so cheap. Here, you know what? Here, I will leave this history up there. That way you guys can check out that history. I'm going to leave this history up here too while we're pricing these other things. That way you guys can see these histories and actually use those prices as we move on. So Double Surge Codex. I cannot believe how expensive this is right now. This is wild. Like, that's so expensive that, like, I mean, go run some laps. Alright, so Double Surge Codex. It looks like the sell is 80.1. Or, sorry, it's 81. Let me look and see if we have recent reports for the buys, because somebody was selling double surges. They actually sold them for 100k too low though, because we sold them for more than they did. Yeah, always stretch those cells, guys. Always stretch those cells. All right, let me see if we can find There's another non-instant sell for double surge, but do we have a buy on double surge? Any reported recent buys? I can use the oh wow. Oh, it's really good. Yeah, it's really good. It's 78 million. Ooh. That's a 3 million margin on double surge codex, and you can buy 2 of them every 4 hours. But keep in mind though that that is way above mid, and typically when an item is way above mid like this, okay, here, let me show you pro tip. You guys ready for pro tip time? Who's ready for pro tip time? All right, posted 78 to 81 for a double surge, but it's pro tip time. See this double escape codex over here? You see how this double escape codex, I instantly bought it for 68.5, and this one is quite a bit above mid here. It's like a solid 5 million above mid. It's like 5.5 actually, or whatever. Looking over here at a double surge codex, this sucker is like 15 million above mid. But these are obtained the same way. You get double escapes and you get double surges the same way. Obviously, more people buy a double surge, it's more useful. But in general, the price is definitely a lot closer than this, like to each other usually, because they are obtained the same way. And normally if people are, hey, thank you so much for the follow, dude. Normally, what will happen is that people will go and get a whole bunch of their codex pieces from running around the laps, and then they'll find out which one is more expensive, and then they will buy that one. So the fact that even though this one is a higher demand item, people will tend to make more of these, which usually makes double escape codex get more expensive because there's not as many of them being made. Anyway, long story short, this one is way above mid. And the price difference is this big. I would definitely try to buy these for way less. Like way less. Like watch this. Like watch this. Oh, and look at what do you know? What do you know? Our other thing is buying. I'll show you that in a second. I would seriously, I'd do this. Woo! Actually, no, but don't use 3s. So 72 million. Now I'm going to put that offer in there. The reason why I would do 72 million is because despite the fact that we know the buy is at 78, and it does work at that, this is still way above the mid price, and judging on the information we have, this is a great opportunity to stretch that buy. It also hedges you against a possible loss, because let's say you buy these suckers for 78 million, and then 3 hours from now, it's suddenly way down to 70 mil. Well, if I bought them at 72, I didn't really lose much at all. If I bought them at 78, that's quite a big difference. I would actually lose some good money by doing that. So, hedge your bets sometimes. Oh, good night, Wolfsbane, good night. Furore says, oh, John, hey, thank you for jumping in here, dude. Furore says, what do you think about investing long-term into bulk gold and party hats? So having a huge supply can only go down moving forward. You mean up? It can only go up moving forward? What's the Discord name? You can find our Discord in either one of the descriptions that you're currently in. So you are in Twitch, just look in the Twitch description, you can find our Discord in there. We're also giving away 50 million gold every single day, and yesterday's giveaway actually is ending today in 24 minutes. So go jump in. There's not even 100 people entered, so you have a high chance of winning. Okay, so double search codex, boom, gone, and Dragon Rider Lance. Let's go ahead and move on to that. Thank you for the follow. Woo! Let's do this. Follow train. Also, if you want to buy me a coffee, then feel free to hit that sub button. Just coffee, man. Coffee. Coffee helps get prices. Coffee is jet fuel. Okay, BFC prices. We're gonna look at Dragon Rider Lance here, though. Dragon Rider Lance. I'm just gonna start this off at 40.1 million to 42 million. That seems pretty solid for Dragon Rider Lance. Because Dragon Rider Lance does actually usually has a pretty fat margin if you are patient. So I would aim for that 1.9 million or more. You can even stretch that more, but DRL, we are going to put it at 40.1 to 42. That is based on our prices from earlier as well, too. Let me just go ahead and make sure I remove some of the repeats I've got here. Main Hand Ascension, we've already priced. We did the Nox Scythe. We did the DRL now. We did the Nightmares. We did the Cinderbanes. We did Double Escape. Okay, just want to make sure I don't have double posts. The supply cannot increase anymore. Exactly. Oh, you're saying the supply can only go down moving forward, right? Yes. I currently own over 500 golden party hats. If that gives you an idea of what I think of golden party hat. But I will say though that golden party hat is one of those things where don't plan on it jumping up really high tomorrow. It's going to take some time. Light Animica. Okay, so real quick on Light Animica, because earlier I was kind of telling you guys the trick with this. If you look in our flipping supply prices, I actually posted this where Light Animica. Remember, actually look here. Wait, here it's right here. All right. Remember when our price check was 5604 and our instant sell was 5590. Remember how literally when this happened, I was like, guys, just because this is your pricing does not mean that that is how bad the margin is. You can, like, because I showed you that Light Animica, this right here is the mid, and then the other number was like just below mid, and at that moment, that is what the price we found, and so that was as the big margins you would get. And I was also like, that's not a very good margin, so try for lower. And so I did, and look, now we've bought a half a buy limit already. This also tells you, by the way, how good these actually are to flip. They actually are pretty great, because the fact that, look, we already bought half of them. But that right there just proves you do not always have to rely on that instant buy, instant sell. Make sure that you stretch the margins. You guys are leaving so much money on the table if you don't stretch those margins. Alright, what's Discord name? The Discord name, by the way, is Runescape. Wait, we just changed the name. It's Runescape Flipping Runescape Flipping Community. We changed the name because we're going to be doing OSRS and RS3. We're going to be doing both. Aurora Die, it's on GE at the moment? I don't think so yet. I think that's not until tomorrow, right? Vero says, if I become a Patreon, will I have 30 days of access to sheets or the beginning of next month? You will have 30 days. So, you are either on one account or the other account version. Basically, it's like this. If you have never been a Patreon member before, then you will get 30 days from day one. And then if you have been a Patreon member before, then it might say something different when you sign up. So just literally just look at the front page when you sign up. It'll tell you what your next date is. But important to know, though, that if you do become a Patreon member, thank you so much for helping to keep the lights on. But also, you will have instant access, so you can go check out prices literally right now. All right, guys, let's do some more pricing. Do I have any price requests? Any price requests? Also, what's up, everybody? We got 50 people out there, which is pretty awesome. It's really fun to jump on here with a stream with like all kinds of people. If you guys have any questions about anything, then feel free to fire away. Definitely really enjoy the questions. If it's something that I know, I will tell you. If it's something I don't, then I will just sit here and look stupid and pretend like I do. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. I'll just be like, yeah, I don't know. Sorry. I do know way too much about RuneScape, but there are things that I just don't do in RuneScape. So those are the things I usually don't have any idea about what I'm talking about. Let's do some bigger priced items. While I'm waiting for some requests or questions or anything like that, let's do some bigger stuff. Let's see. People always like Zeros God Sword. I've heard that's a pretty cool sword. Actually, I'm a huge fan of Zeros God Sword. The item is so cool. All right, Zeros God Sword. We're gonna do some a little bit bigger things. Bloop and bloop. 336999. Alright, boom, right there. Okay, ZGS is now priced. When this sells off, then I will go through and do the exact same thing we've been doing. I will actually go through and get the pricing. By the way, right now, if you are in this stream, I just want to, this is my chance to actually talk to you. If you're in the stream and you are a Master Pass member, then go check out the Master Pass pricing right now, because some of the stuff today has been over 100 million margin. It's like absolutely nuts. Like crazy today. Really good day for Master Pass. I don't know what happened overnight, but everybody was like, let's go crazy on prices. What kind of shirt you wearing, bro? Haha, I've never seen something like that. So this is actually, this is from a brand called Kavu, and they make like really unique things, and I'm actually a partner in the company, so I get everything for half off. So I'm always like, yeah, what's the new Kavu stuff, man? But it's always like really fun, cool prints like this, and this is like basically like a really thick sweater, like pullover thing. It's like a pullover. But man, I'll tell you, they're really comfortable when you're gaming, let me tell you. Kabu should like, I'm already partnered in the company, they should literally just sponsor me to be like the new gaming gear. Maybe I'll get one that has manatees all over it. Like if we ever hit 100,000 subs, I'm gonna do that. I'll convince them to let us come out with something like that. Let me look at the flip starter thing real quick. We've got, trying to think something for flip starter that has not been priced recently. Flip starter stuff is always priced so often. Top 1 Toxic, thank you so much for the follow. Try to flip a golden party hat? Alright, let's do it. Like I said, taking some requests, guys. Alright, here we go. We're gonna flip a golden party hat. Woo, let's go. 163,800. Oops, what's going on? 163,800. Yes, ECB parts are really crazy right now. They're really good profit. They're slow, but they're profitable. Appraisal codexes are also really good. I actually just bought another set of 3 codexes for one of my accounts, so I can tell you the margin on those is actually really good. I do see that request for appraisal codex, but that was actually very recently posted in the master passes, so I don't want to do the ones that have just been posted. Let's go and do some more of the bulk flips on here too for the people. I'm gonna do some of the more obscure things that people don't always think about pricing. Here are some really good things. If you are someone working with a little bit less gold, I'm gonna price them right down here. If you're working with a little bit less gold, or maybe you have a lot of gold and you want something that you just hadn't thought of before, I'll show you guys some stuff you can definitely flip. All right, number 1, mechanized chinchompas. Mechanized chinchompas are great, and a lot of people don't know they're great because people literally have to craft these. You can't get these from somewhere else. The volume of them stays pretty low, and then people use them for PVM all the time. So that makes it so they usually have a pretty fat margin. Now watch, we probably don't have a margin at all right now. Oh no, okay, it's not bad, So right there, mechanized chinchompa. I'm gonna do a bunch of prices, and then we will come back and look at all these things. But already a good margin. Remember, you can buy 5,000 of those. Okay, another really good one. Well, at times good. You know, these are the kind of things that sometimes are good, sometimes they're blah. Gizmo Dissolver. Okay, so that one's right at mid. What's the sell at though? Wow, it's really good. It's really good. All right, so that's what I'm talking about. Okay, we'll come back to it. Bizwax, that's another really popular one that people just sometimes don't think to flip though. But yeah, oh man, that Dissolver is already really good margin. Boom. Okay, so we got three different things for you right here. We have mechanized chinchompas. So this right here is over 400 GP, so it's a 476 profit, but you can buy 5,000 of these. Also, too, these are usually very stable, so you can actually leave these at offers in overnight to buy them. Very good one to do. Actually, probably be really good profit for that. The Gizmo Dissolver, guys, holy cow, that's insane. The instant buy was 28,742. Instant sell is 10k. You can make 18,000 each. So it only has a 200 buy limit, but 18,000 each. That's crazy. And then Bizwax, not the best margin right now, but they do have a 500 buy limit, and this is a very solid low risk thing if you're looking for that. So that's not too bad of a margin. I'm gonna go ahead and post these into our RS3 supply prices. So if you want to check out RS3 supply prices, that is the free open section on our Discord server. Just go over to RS3 flipping chats. Woo! There they are. Posted. All right, let me do a few more obscure things because honestly, that was really good. That's way better. I was honestly better than I thought it was gonna be for the Dissolver. Let's see. Let's do equipment Dissolver. The thing is these kind of things are they sell off a little bit slower, but also at the same time, you can just sometimes buy them for ridiculously stupid numbers that make them really good. There we go again. 21,067 on the sell. That's going to be your sell price. 87.05 on the buy. Once again, 200 buy limit, but the item is just a fantastic margin, which is just, it's hilarious how good that margin is. Let's do an augmenter. These also can at times have really good margins. Yesterday, I think it was. Okay, they've gone back down, but these will just randomly have really good margins sometimes. If no one has these in here for sale, they just suddenly become really good. Yesterday, I was selling this for 400,000 yesterday. And the reason why I discovered that is because I had to buy an augmenter for myself, and then I was like, wait a minute, I just paid 400,000 for that augmenter. Another one is a crystal tool siphon. Crystal tool siphon is another one that's just not too frequently like bought and traded though, unless you're actually using it. So there we go. And not a lot of people make these really. Yeah, I don't care if I'm selling it for under. Pretty great. All right, guys. So that's a really good margin too. Look at these margins. So right there on the augmenter, 290K, and we just sold this, so I will tell you the price for that too. We got some other items here cooking. If you guys are looking for the more higher price things, we've got those cooking over here. Dissolver, really great margin, as we said. Augmenter, 290K to 325K. There goes our golden party, by the way. That is a really good margin on this augmenter because you can do okay, only 10, but really good because this is how much you're gonna make on each one. So really good for a lower price item. And then this crystal tool siphon, holy cow. That is a 70,000 margin. And you guys are able to do 200 of these. That's a 14 million flip, guys. 14 million flip. So don't sleep on the stuff like this. That is so good. Also, it's only $1 million to buy one of these. So in order to like get you going, like if you are newer at flipping and you need something in your price range, fantastic. Like wow, fantastic. What's the best way to grind to bond as free to play? My recommendation would probably be to just work on getting some skills. That is going to be like whether you are free to play or you are a member, working on your skills and then earning money through skills is going to be the best way to go. Because ultimately you want to have high skills, right? Like you're trying to make money to be able to buy gear and to be able to buy skills. So if you're not getting XP while you are getting the money, then you're really only getting half of what you're going for, you know? Because time is equal to money. And then obviously getting money is money. So if you are not saving time, then you're not making that profit. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. I'm not going to go into it and dilute it more than that, but hopefully that makes sense. So make XP progress while you make money, even on free to play. And then in addition to that, flip the things that we posted earlier today. You can actually go into our RS3 supply prices. I actually labeled it FTP flips. So we found some free to play flips that were like really good margins. So I actually post those in there for you guys to go and check out. So go check those out. And wow, that's crazy. They just said that the frosted wreath and everything are back. Oh man. Okay, and I'm gonna take a really quick note here too. So kind of like what I will do for like this is RS3 video ideas. Sometimes it's really good idea just to mark down your ideas, you know. I want to do free to play flips, archaeology materials. So I'm just taking a quick note because, you know, if we find something as we go along through here that's like really good and would make a good video content, then I'm gonna make sure I mark that down. Everyone has always asked me for free to play ideas, so I'm definitely going to put that down, and archaeology materials for that were really good today. It's today the paper. Oh, nice. Awesome. I'm gonna have to be honest with you. So I know you seem really excited about the aura, and I know some other people are really excited. I could not care less about this aura. I just really couldn't care less. If I tried my hardest, I could not care any less. The reason why is because it's brand new. It's only going to go down currently because if it just got released, there's none in the game right now. So whatever the price is right now is not even relevant, because chasing it, you're probably going to lose money. And there's no way I'd buy one for myself currently, and there's no investing to be made currently. So what I would honestly do for Aurora is just like wait, and then wait for that price to stabilize and come down a little bit before you thought about like investing or buying it for yourself. Marco, thank you so much for the follow, dude. You guys are champions. We are 24. We are also 24 out of 100 for our subs goal. And if you guys like to support the channel and also start literally, I mean, I've been showing you guys in the chat and everything too. If you guys want to start making billions per gold, literally billions of gold per day, literally right now, you can do that in our Discord server down below by just checking out the Patreon page and becoming a member. If you guys have any questions about that, feel free to ask. You get all the instant buy, instant sell prices, and you also, well, instant buy and sell prices. Actually, a lot of their stuff's not instant buy, instant sell, but you get the exact buy, exact sell prices for hundreds of items every single day. All right, let's go ahead and do some of these things that we've got priced right here. So BFC prices, this is going to go into Billionaire Flip Club because that's where the Golden Party Hat is at. So Golden Party Hat, we're going to do 161 million to 163.8 million. So 161 million to 163.8 because we just sold that right there. Hey, there goes the ZGS. So ZGS, we've got 332. Yeah, that would be accurate because that's what we had earlier. 332 to 337. Flip a party hat or regular party hat? Is that a joke? You know you can't buy those in the Grand Exchange, right? Alright, so 332 to 337, that is the ZGS. And now we go over to BFC. Also, let's put this down. Okay, cool. That hasn't sold yet. I'll leave this up over here, that way you guys can use these prices and everything, you can see them. I'll go ahead and open this one, that way you guys can see all these prices too. Malevolent Helm, we haven't sold these back yet, but we'll just be patient on those. Because sometimes things just take a little bit longer to sell back. Alright, so Soul Ornament Kit. Okay, so Soul Kit, I would say it's probably about the 61 million point, 61 million to 63, because I'm trying to think of what it was earlier today too. 63.44 million. So 61 million to 63.44 million for Soul. Okay, Double Escape hasn't sold back yet, so we'll just be patient on that one. I'll open up this one's history, that way you guys can see these and use these. Do you still flip daily? I do. Yeah, I actually do. I don't think any of these have their items in there, but these are actually the accounts that I actually do on here. Check the halos. What do you mean check the halos? Like you mean price check halos? Why would I? No, why would I price check halos? That's a terrible idea. What should I do with my Golden Party Hat, Green Santa, Purple Halloween? I feel like they're just collecting dust in my bank. I'm gonna be honest with you here. Green Santa is kind of already at its point of which it would be good to sell them because they've already gone up. Purple Halloween is currently rising, so you can hold on to that one longer if you want to. And then Golden Party Hat, it's really only gonna go down currently, and then they'll start rising again at some point. But right now, people are really focused on the new rares coming out, like the Green Santa, which is, well, I guess not that new, but they're more focused on like Purple Halloween, Green Santa, now the Aurora die. That's where everyone's focus is on right now. So they're not going to be paying attention to the Golden Party. In order for the Golden Party to rise again, people have to start focusing on that again. So it's just not going to happen currently. But the thing is, though, is once it starts rising, people will be focused on it, and then it will continue rising. But we just don't know when that's going to be. The thing is, though, Robert, unless you have a very large amount of wealth, so I would say unless you're working with a minimum of 10 billion for your flipping, then I would just probably sell those items off, because otherwise you're just keeping them for yourself right now. Like if they're a personal thing you're keeping for yourself, awesome, but it sounds like you don't really want to keep them. Gift wrap, Scythe, and Wreath are back in the presence. That is crazy. I'm glad I got rid of mine. Do you know what happened to bond price? They went up a lot over the past few months. So actually, the bonds are actually really easy to explain. Jagex has been constantly releasing things that require bonds or people want to buy bonds for, which obviously pushes the price of bonds up. And you know, we just keep getting more and more and more things that people want to buy bonds for. Right now, too, you're probably going to be able to get these this new Christmas thing. You're probably going to be able to get the pieces of that from using keys, which is going to push bonds up again. So bonds probably are rising right now. My recommendation if you want to buy bonds for yourself is, like, I'm talking like with game money, with gold. If you want to buy bonds with gold, I would probably wait until after Christmas, because once Christmas hits, people are going to have their Christmas money and they will go and use real money to buy bonds, which will bring bonds into the game, which will lower the price of bonds. It happens every single time. Bonds go down right after Christmas. So just be patient and pick up some bonds at that point. Let's see. Is it possible to flip EOF ornament? Wait, it is possible to flip EOF ornament non-instant sell? Yeah, you can definitely flip EOF ornaments. Do you know the price of Green Santa hat? I watched your video saying to not look at GE price. Yeah, Green Santa hat, I can actually tell you what the Green Santa hat is. We've been flipping the Green Santa hat every single day in the Discord right now. It was like 6 something. What's the most recent Green Santa hat? There we go. Looks like about 650. That's what they're at right now, is about 650. What's about the GE taxes and flipping high volume items? Well, that's two different things. Are you what are you talking about with that? Are you talking about how it's going to affect high volume, or what are you referring to? And let's do some more prices too, by the way, guys. If anyone has any questions, like about flipping or anything like that, feel free to fire away. Josh says 675 1 minute ago. Where's that from, Josh? And that was an instant buy. Let me guess, you're using one of those. You're looking at one of those bots that tells you the prices. Tell me if I'm right. Okay, let's do some more pricing here too. Let's move on to some more things. Let's do some logs, because Elder log. Oh, did they just now instant buy one? 9913. Let me see what the price is. Honestly, it could have the price of Goldens Green Santa hats might have just changed. That actually is highly possible, because it has rolled over the reset time. So before reset though, they were at 650. It easily could have skyrocketed up with people freaking out about the new stuff, so yeah, definitely is possible. Alright, 9432, so that's actually really great. I really wanted to show you guys the Elder Logs, because Elder Logs are a really good flip. As you see, this is basically 500 margin. But the thing is, you guys can flip 25,000 of these. They are slower, but if you guys want something that can make a really good amount of money with not that much risk, because as you can see, the sell price is basically at mid, and it is a log. So this is actually pretty low risk on this one. That is what is essentially like what, 12.5 million on the profit. That's pretty fantastic. But just keep in mind though, these Elder Logs do move pretty slow though. Alright, and I am going to go ahead and post those for you guys to use. RS3 supply prices. Woo! Alright, I'm going to get you guys some more supply prices to use, because I notice a lot of people like to use these. If you guys have some more price requests for the bigger things or other things, then let me know too. As I go through here too, I'm also going to make sure that I post, look at our items that we've got for the different sections, like some of the bigger price items. The only thing is, though, is a lot of things are current. They're currently up to date. You think the margin will go down significantly if tax is released? It'll be the opposite of that, Felix. The opposite. So basically, if the taxes, it's not really an if, it's when the taxes release, margins on items will increase because of two reasons. Number one, there's going to be less people flipping them. Less people flipping an item means the margins will increase. And then also, in addition to that, the people that are flipping them are going to be trying to get bigger numbers to make up for the tax. So that would only make an item increase. And we actually saw this happen in old school RuneScape. So in old school RuneScape, the margins did increase. Alright guys, give me 1 minute. I'm just going to grab a water really quick because I'm dying of thirst. And then I'll come back and then I am going to do some more pricing for you guys. So while I'm gone, I'm literally going to be gone for like 2 minutes. But while I'm gone, if you guys would like to post any requests, any questions or anything like that, then feel free to pop them in there. And when I get back, I will do a bunch of more prices. We're going to do a whole bunch for supplies. That way you guys get a lot of supplies to use. And we're going to post those in our Discord server. If you're not in our Discord server, make sure you are in the Discord server. That way you can literally just read the prices that I post. That makes it the easiest for you. Alright guys, I will see you back in just a minute. Alright guys, alright. I'm back. I was like dying of thirst. Don't flip while thirsty. Hey Kareem, how's it going, dude? I had a huge flip yesterday, insta-sell a green for 700 million, and out of the blue made 50 million. Nice, dude. And you upgraded to BFC. Definitely worth every penny. That's what I want to hear. Alright, alright. Sebastian's also on BFC. Is there a good way to do flips with a free-to-play account? Actually, yeah, you can actually look at in the RS3 flipping supply prices, the RS3 supply prices in the Discord server, and I actually just posted some good free-to-play stuff. Let's see, Bobby says, I've heard merch flipping is reason prices go up. Any truth to that? No. Nope. Here's a really clear reasoning on why flipping does not increase item prices. So for starters, let's take this light Animica for example right here, okay? 55.71. When I did my my price check. I got 5604 to 5590. Okay. I am now buying them for less than both of those numbers. So the commonly traded value for this is actually lower now. This is also, if anything, this would be lowering the price by doing this. But what this is going to do right here is going to make it so that anybody who goes in there and instantly sells a light animica right now is probably going to sell it to me, and it's probably going to be to 55.71. That will give more trades at this price, which means that overall the GE will update to show this mid price going down. If a whole bunch of people were doing this, then the GE mid price would be going down. Okay, so there's that. So if anything, doing that kind of stuff is going to make it so the mid updates down. But in all reality, though, I'm not adding or subtracting any items from the supply. Like the overall volume of the item of light animica is not increasing or decreasing based on me flipping. So therefore, I cannot actually impact the light animica. Now, what would, oops, I misclicked. What would impact it and make an item rise would be if I bought all these light animicas and then left in my inventory and then bought more and then bought more and then bought more and I never sold them. If I never sold them, then that could increase the value. But that's the only way you're going to increase the value is by removing things from the total volume. If the total volume remains the same, then you're not doing anything to it. Let's see. I've made 300 million plus in the last 2 days on BFC. Nice, dude. I'm sure that if you ask somebody for Seismic 1 BFC, they will definitely give that to you. I'm not going to post... Oh, there you go. Darth Spear actually just did a PC on Seismic 1 10 minutes ago, actually. It's already on there. Alrighty. Let's jump into some prices now. So as I just told you guys, we're going to do some prices. Let's do it. Limey wants me instant buy a lime. You're funny. Price check on Annihilation. I'm pretty sure Annihilation is posted in BFC right now. Actually, no. I don't think it is. Yeah, we could do Annihilation pretty soon. I bet you are being serious, Limey. You want me to insta buy a lime for you? All right, let's do some pricing. Okay, so let me go up to our RS3 supply prices. So if you're in our Discord server in the free open flipping sections, we've literally got our pricing. So I'm gonna be posting the prices that I price check right in there. That way you guys can use these as we go. What is a BFC? It's Billionaire Flip Club. It's part of our Patreon sections. So if you want to check out our Patreon content, you can just look in the description down below and check that out. But it's a pretty easy way to, right now, literally start making billions of gold per month. We have people earning, like, actually, someone recently posted they made like 35 billion in the last few months. That was pretty crazy. All right. What to do? So we've got potions, we've got ores we already did. Let's do some bones, actually. Bones can sometimes be pretty good. All right. We're not going to do like the really cheap bones though. We're going to stick to the ones that can have a pretty good margin to them. Now remember that bones have a 10,000 buy limit, so whatever we find for the margin, we can actually take that times 10,000. So if you look on, you're like, oh, the margin's only 500. That's actually really good because that makes it's a 5 million profit on that item. Hardened Dragon Bone. I'm just going to price a bunch of them out for you guys. That way we've got plenty to use. I'm going to be posting the screenshots of these into our RS3 supply prices. By the way, that is the open free flipping section that anyone can use. So if you would like to, if you are flipping some of the things that are being posted, you can actually post your progress in there. You can be like, hey, I bought these for this price, I sold these for this price. Just kind of give examples that way that everyone can work together, because working together is honestly what makes it so good. We have amazing teamwork in our Discord, which is probably the reason why it's such a big Discord. We actually have, we own one of the largest RuneScape Discord servers. We have almost 10,000 people in there. We actually had about 14,000 people, but then we purged the server, so that way we removed all of the inactive people. So that's actually the only reason why we have below 10,000 is because we actually removed any inactive members. A lot of people don't do that. It wasn't actually something we originally planned to do, but it just kind of happened. Okay. Alright, we got quite a few bones priced here, so we're going to go ahead and do these. Is there anything else, any other bones I'm like really missing? Here. Another good thing about having more than one account going is I can actually use this one as reference. So I can come down here. Wolf, oh, I can do wyvern bones. I don't really want to do big bones because the margin just tends to not be that great. I'm going to stick to these like higher ticket bones because the margins will tend to be a little bit bigger. So there's a few I left out, but I left them out on purpose though. Okay, so is the ZGS and SOS and Saren Godbow all in the Master Pass? Yes, they are. Yep. And those are 3 of the most popular things that are priced in there. Okay, so here we go. Arab Bones is actually really good. Wow, the Arab Bone is actually a really great price here. So 11,069 to 11,618. Now remember, 10,000 buy limit. That's like a 6 million flip on Arab Bones. Pretty awesome. We have about 400 on the Dagonoth, which means that a 4 million flip, which is really good. Hardened Dragon Bones is about 100 margin, which I would highly recommend you guys stretch those. So go for a little bit. Here, I can actually kind of advise you for this one. Looks like these are going for just under market price. I would actually do this. I would actually try to buy them at basically the that low number. So I would actually try to buy them close to the 16,206, but then sell them for more. Hey, thank you for your work. See you in Discord. All right, Sebastian, see you there soon, dude. Also, too, by the way, just really quickly, I'm going to go back to pricing these things. If you are currently a Patreon member, and you are enjoying the membership, I see a lot of people in here, they're like, oh, I'm making so much money on my blah, 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 I'm making so much money in tiers. If you are doing really well, and you are considering upgrading to the next tier above you, remember that whatever you have already paid for your membership tier, you will be able to use that towards the next one. You don't have to pay the whole next one. So if you have BFC right now, and you're thinking about doing Master Pass later on, you'll be able to use what you paid for BFC towards Master Pass. You only pay the difference, that's it. So the upgrade is not that big. And you get a whole new section with items. So if you're really enjoying what you're currently doing, imagine doing that all over again. So Dinosaur Bones, we have a like 600 margin on Dinosaur Bones, which is really good. That makes these like a 6 million profit, which is really good. Dragonkin Bones has a lower margin, which let's check those out really quick, because I think you can probably do better than that. So 14,327. Yeah, these are way under mid again. Once again, I would do basically the same thing I recommended for the other one. I would just recommend buying them for probably about the 14,257, then just selling them for a lot higher than this. So just be patient. It's the same concept, guys, as these light animicas, where we just decided to go for a stretch. So I would definitely do that. Like, just try to stretch on those 2 bones, for examples here. How much should I have to start flipping? If you're trying to use one of our flipping tiers, like one of our flipping sections, there is a recommended amount for each one, and that's actually posted in the channel in there that says Patreon. You can check that out. But in general, Flip Starter we recommend about 10 million. Flip Mastery we recommend about 50. BFC about 250, and then Master 500 million. You can do with less than that. We literally had a guy that joined BFC at one point with 5 million gold, and he just used the lower tiers until he could make a lot more money, and then boom, 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 and then he ended up doing really well. If you're flipping on your own, I would still recommend you get around 10 million before you start flipping. And the reason why the 10 million minimum is because these things, obviously, you can make a lot of money here, but a normal money-making method is going to make you more money if you just focus on that, rather than trying to start flipping with like 2 million or 3 million or whatever. For example, right now, you see how expensive these Frost Dragon Bones are? At 28,000? These are 28k per Frost Dragon Bone. You could go kill Frost Dragons right now for upwards of 20 million per hour. So why go try to flip with 5 million when you could go make 20 million this hour, So go make some golds for starters, and then do flipping with that gold. Just start with like a higher amount. So like don't really bother try flipping with less than 10 million. I would recommend you start flipping with under 10 million if you are free to play trying to make your way to membership, because free to play has a really hard time making money in general. So Kareem says, seriously, if I wasn't traveling to Turkey for 3 weeks, I would have purchased MP already. I wish there was a pause subscription option. Well, there kind of is a pause subscription option. You can cancel anytime you want to, and then you can just restart whenever you want to as well. So yeah, there you go. You're never locked in anything with this. So reinforced dragon bones here, we've got a really good margin, guys. So 45,000 to 46.5. That's a super good margin. Remember, 10,000 buy limit. That's a 15 million. That's 14. That's a 14 million margin on reinforced dragon bone. That's really good. Wyvern bones has that tight margin again, which remember I just said about that. Make sure you try to stretch that. So 11.6. Okay, so this right here is pretty close to the mid price. So I'd recommend actually stretching that buy price. So try buying these for less. Try buying these wyvern bones for like 11,000 or something like that. Like, there's no reason really to pay this much. Also, this one is like this is kind of like one of those pro tip kind of things. So 11,509 is not a very good looking buy price. That kind of tells me that this person's paying too much, because a good buy price looks like, okay, let me show you what this looks like, so you can understand what I mean by a bad-looking buy price. And this is really important to be able to identify in order to get better prices for yourself. If this right here is how much someone is paying, this number doesn't make a lot of sense. If I was going to buy wyvern bones for 11.5, I would probably do 11.5, and then maybe increase it by 1 GP to be able to overcut the other people by that 1 gold. That 1 gold makes a big difference, let me tell you. But I wouldn't like spam it all the way up to 9, because I would just go to 11 if I was going to do that. You know, like I would go to the next, I would round up to the next 10. So when I see this number in here, I'm like, that's a person paying too much. So I would recommend actually that you did something like 11,000 and maybe bump that up by 1 and then start there. And you know what, for the heck of it, let's do it. Let's make it happen. Boom. Let's see if we get some. So that kind of tells me you can buy this for a better price too. So anyway, these bones are a really good margin right now, actually. So definitely try to do those reinforced bones, because that was pretty wacky. Like, wow. But I really want to like hammer it in so you guys really understand. Don't just use every single price you see. Really try to get the good margin out of an item. And that might require you to, there we go, I just posted all these into the supply prices, that way you guys can use them. But that might require you to kind of stretch these prices a little bit. So if you see this number right here, don't use this and make less, or don't look at this and be like, nah, it's not worth flipping. Just stretch the margins a little bit, that way you actually get some good numbers. Alright, let's continue on with some more things. Also, welcome to the stream, everybody. If I haven't said hi, how's it going? Feel free to smack that follow button on Twitch if you want to support the stream and support the entire channel. Then you can check our Patreon page down below, where we have literally hundreds of items posted every single day with the exact buy, the exact sell, for you literally just to pop them in and make a profit. We have people making over 10 billion a month in there. I'd love to have you in there, so come check it out. We have over 9,000 members. It's pretty awesome. Huge community. All right, let's do some unfinished potions. I haven't priced these in a long time, actually. And unfinished potions are pretty great because they have a pretty big buy limit. Bloodweed unfinished potion is a pretty commonly used one too, because that is used to make the aggro pots. So wow, these are actually down quite a bit. It's probably because I think herbs are going down quite a bit, since people are able to farm herbs more frequently, and a lot of people are really trying to get that Caridian Garden stuff unlocked. So a lot of herbs coming in the game right now. That also kind of like opens up a potential for a good investment too, because if there's a lot of herbs coming in the game, right? Oh my god! Wow! Woo! This is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a juicy margin right there. Oh my god! It doesn't even sell. It doesn't even sell. What is going on? Okay, so apparently Arbuck is whatever you want to pay for it. Oh, it's crazy. Arbuck is all of the profit right now. But it actually gives us a pretty good opportunity for an investment because a lot of people are farming herbs to get those unlocks. Less people are going to be farming those herbs to get the unlocks later. And so the prices will start to climb up later. So if you were to do a good herb investment right now, then that would make some sense. And that could definitely pay off later. And also, not to mention, you could hold on to your herbs until the next double XP. So you kind of get the benefit of the market shift there and double XP. That's 2 reasons to try it out. That seems to be pretty good. Remember that whenever you're going to do some kind of investing, you want to have like some solid reasoning and historical data to show that it's gonna pay off. You don't just want to like blindly invest into something that doesn't make any sense. Don't do that in real life. Don't do that in the game either. Okay, so Bloodweed, Arbuck, Avanto, Cadentine, Dwarf. Let's do a few more. From what I can see right now, these some pretty good margins on these unfinished potions right now. Unfinished potions are actually pretty popular for people to make on their own for money, but I wouldn't normally recommend someone to make them just because you don't really get much XP. It's pretty good for an alt though. If you guys have an alt that has the stuff unlocked to be able to make good money by doing unfinished potions, not a bad idea. Okay. Let's look at these prices. So far, I mean, I can see these prices these are some good margins actually. So Bloodweed potions. Remember these guys. All these items here have a 10,000 buy limit. It's just like the bones. They also have 10k. So whatever you see on this for the margin, take that times 10,000. Okay, so Bloodweed potion, really good margin. That is a solid. That's like nearly 2 million profit. So oh sorry, that's nearly 20 million profit. Okay, 20 million profit out of nowhere. What's up? So 20 million profit on the Bloodweed potion potentially here. So really good. Arbuck is all of the profit you can imagine. So whatever profit you want to make up today, apparently Arbuck is like, yeah, sounds good. So I don't even know what to tell you about this. What I could tell you though is these are probably really slow, really slow. Whenever you see stuff like this where the margin is just stupid insane, and usually like nearly 0 to some high amount, that should first off tell you there's not very many people buying and selling, so very slow. So even though it looks really good, it might not pan out the way you think it's going to. Avanto also has a pretty solid margin that will make you over $1 million on that flip as well. I am posting these all into our supply prices. Bloop. Alrighty, and then let's see, we've got Cadentine. Kadas have a really good margin right now, actually. A 1,360 margin, which is really good, actually. Wow, on an item that cheap. So that makes that a really good margin for flipping. That's a 16 million, or sorry, a 13, wow, my math tonight. A nearly 13 million. Oh no, not nearly, that's over 13 million on that flip. Wow, that's really good. I'm fumbling it so much because I'm looking at it and I'm like, is that really that good of a margin on that? But it actually is that good of a margin. Dwarfweed, a really good margin. Hairlander Potion has a fantastic margin of 500 each, which makes that to a 5 million flip. Wow, these are really good tonight. Tonight, today, whatever it is for you, they're good. Alright, Ranar, really fantastic as well. Wow, that's impressive. That's legitimately impressive. That is a really great line of prices right there. Normally these things will have a tighter margin, but the margin seems to be really good. And I honestly think it's because of the garden update. So a lot of these are coming into the game. Let's do any requests, any supply requests that you guys have. Also, thank you so much for chilling on tonight's stream. It's really exciting to have, we've had 50 people consistently the entire time, which is pretty wonderful. Always great to see. We also going to be starting, yes, we do. We do have the winner for the 50 million giveaway yesterday, so the winner is Zabor Chief. Congratulations, my dude. Congratulations on winning 50 million gold. I am actually, now that has actually gone off, I'm actually going to go ahead and start today's giveaway. So let's see what we're gonna do for today's giveaway. Hey, thank you so much for the follow there, dude. All right, guys, give me 1 second here. I'm actually gonna start today's 50 million giveaway. Remember, we are doing a 50 million giveaway every single day. So if you guys would like to enter in our giveaway, you definitely can. All you gotta do is look in the announcements section of our Discord server. All right, give me 1 second. Copy. I just have some extra stuff that I need to post into today's stuff because we're actually teaming up with another Discord server. So we're actually going to put their stuff into our announcements section here. Okay. Basically, another one of our Discord servers that we're friends with are also going to be doing, they're also doing giveaways every single day this month, so. Okay, 1 second, just gotta get our giveaway going. All right, 1 sec. Okay, they got their information posted, and then I'm going to be actually starting off our giveaway for today. Feel free to join our friends. All right, and now I'm gonna go ahead and start our giveaway bots. That way we can actually do today's giveaway. Are the giveaway winners random, or do you do like, I like this person's answer best? They are random. So two things. Number one, you do not have to be a member of anything in order to win. There's no requirements for that at all. Anybody can win. We're just doing giveaways and doing the fun way. All you have to do to enter the giveaways is whatever it says in the giveaway. It's always really easy stuff to do. Like we did like write an introduction, or we did like post your fashionscape or whatever. So all you gotta do is just jump in and do whatever the day's thing is, and then hit the participate button, and you are entered. The whole idea is we're just trying to, you know, get people to talk and people to hang out in the community. And so far it's been really fun. It's actually like, it's really popping in there right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and give away another 50 million gold. All right, so there. Okay, just give me 1 second. I actually start it. Let's see, 505. We're gonna do 22 hours on this one. So this one's the winner is gonna be announced in 22 hours. We're doing 50 million gold. All right. Actually, I think what I want to do is I'm actually gonna copy this one here. Okay, we're gonna do a really easy one. This one is literally just going to be, let's see. What do you guys think? All right, what do you guys think here? Give me your opinion. You guys are in the stream, so you can help decide. We're gonna have the people that enter are going to post one thing in the general chat. What should we have people post about in the general chat? What's something that will be really fun? We had hey, thank you. Good to see you in the stream. We've had people like introduce themselves and what they do in RuneScape. We had people tell us their most nostalgic memory. We had people say like the biggest flip they ever did. We had people like, if you won the 50 million, what would you do with it? We had the one where it was like, if you had to get something for a friend, what would you do? What is a fun one? What's a fun one? Oh, I have a good one. All right, I got a good one. All right, give me 1 second. I've got the answer. I'm gonna ask people what their #1 thing on their Christmas list is, or what is your Christmas list? Enter here for 2 days. Enter here for 2 days. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second, guys. I'm actually starting our 50 million giveaway, and then we'll do some more price checking. Enter here for today's 50 million giveaway. To enter, tell us what's on your Christmas list in general chat. I just did. Alright, so in order to enter today's giveaway, all you gotta do is tell us what is in your... it could be either one. Either one. It could be your IRL one or your RuneScape one. It doesn't really matter. Whichever one you want to do. Also, our light animica is all bought. Yay! So yeah, you can tell us your IRL one, or it can be your RuneScape one. Actually, I'll go ahead and put that. It could be IRL or RuneScape list. Either one. All right, here we go. Give me 1 second. It's actually going live right now. Okay, just 1 minute. It's reloading. All right, cool. There we go. Alright, give me 1 minute, almost done. All you just need to do is just like give a tag for everybody. Why is Discord going so slow? Alright. Remove those embeds. Okay, cool. It's live, guys. It's live. So all you gotta do today for today's 50 million giveaway just started right now. So you guys have 22 hours for this one. They're giving away every single day, 50 million gold every single day. We're also partnered with another Discord server that is doing giveaways every single day. I'm pretty sure every single day for them too. So feel free to check them out too. That way you guys can enter in two drop parties, two giveaways. Yeah, not really a drop party for us, giveaways. Anyway, let's jump into it. Let's go do some more stuff. Can you do a Torstol unfinished? Sure. Torstol unfinished potions usually are pretty inconsistent because people don't really make them because they don't really have a whole lot of a use. Usually you use a Torstol for making overloads, but we'll check it out. Looks like the margin is pretty... not the best. It's not the worst, but it's not the best right now. It looks like 52.68 to 55.40. Remember, there is a 10,000 buy limit on those, so it's okay. It's an okay flip on that. All right, I'll go ahead and post that into our supply prices. All right, boom, there we go. You still doing BFC MP? Need checkers? Finally come back to RS3. Hey, you Plonka, how's it going, dude? Yes, we are. Yep. I mean, we definitely like all the flipping tiers right now are like really popping. We can definitely use some people. So if you like to come back in on staff, then just all you gotta do actually is just go into the server. If you this goes for you and it goes for anybody else that's on here too. If anyone would like to apply to become staff, so if you want to be a price checker, like someone who helps other people get prices and stuff like that, it's a pretty simple to do. You also will get access to the Patreon tiers as well for being a staff and support. It's actually, the requirements are pretty low. All you gotta do is just post a few prices every day. That's really it. You can actually go in and apply by going into the support section of a Discord server right there at the top, and then go to help ticket, and then just submit a help ticket and just say that you are interested in becoming a staff. If you do do that application though, then just please make sure that you do post like your relevant experience. Like you need to be like pretty good at flipping. Like you need to have at least a basic knowledge of flipping, and you also need to be a very nice person and a team player. Let's see. Thank you for all the help today. For sure, dude. For sure. Anytime. Let me get our music going here really quick, and then we are going to be playing some more. Sorry, playing some more. We're going to be, yeah, we are going to be playing some more. But we are going to go and do some more flipping. So give me 1 second here. I just listened to this song. That song, I swear to God, that song's in every single playlist on this thing. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Let me catch up on the questions real quick, and we're gonna do some pricing. Got 120 cooking banked. Congratulations, my dude. Working on 200 million, just need like 60K-ish sales. Awesome, man, awesome, that's awesome. Is this a paid position? I don't know, nope, not a paid position, no. But I mean, honestly, the requirements for being a staff only take about 10 minutes a day anyway, so I don't really know how much you get paid for that. If you were to go to work for 10 minutes a day, I don't really know how much they'd give you. But you do get benefits for being a staff member, though. You do get access to the Patreon section, so basically a paid position. Is it difficult to flip shadow die? How much time it usually takes? It is a higher risk item. And it is a bit slower, so for those reasons, some people can find it to be tough to do. I personally find it to be a pretty good thing to do overnight, but I would not do it as an active flipping thing. An active flipping thing, you can definitely get better things there. I demand 10 million a day for a staff position in Discord. All right, that's why you're not getting the position. Oh my God! All right, let's do some more pricing here, guys. Let me see what are some things that I can update in some of our sections here. So someone just posted all these items here. Let's see. Oh, we got a lot of things that have just mostly been recently posted. You know what? You know what I haven't seen posted in a little bit though? Subjugation. Let's do subjugation. Alright, sub boots. Don't instant buy for that price, okay. Gonna price some subjugation. Alright, 2.9 million on the instant buy. That is really high. Wow. Subjugation boots, you normally have a really big margin, so these are an instant buy at 2.9 million. The buy on them is probably much less than that. Like much less. Alright, 2367. Some really good margins on subjugation right now. Love flipping Godward Dungeon 1 items are very fast. They are. They are very fast. They're very consistent. They're excellent to do if you're going to be like buying a lot of them overnight. Like just leave a buy offer for them for like overnight. Try to buy like 4 or 5 pieces, you know, and then when you go back in the morning, it's a really easy flip, really easy money. 6434. Also, if you were not followed on Twitch, then make sure you smack that follow button. That way you guys can come and join for our flipping streams and every other stream that we have. Love to have you guys on there. It's always really fun when we get a lot of people on here. 5287K. Okay. This Malevolent Helm. Let me go ahead and post the price for the Malevolent Helm, and then we will do... Green Santa Hat's already been priced.
How much?
680. Malevolent Helm. We did notice earlier that the Malevolent Helm sold way too fast. So we are going to stretch that one. We're going to do 9 million to 9.5 million on Malevolent Helm. Because it is way below mid, and we just literally noticed earlier. Whoops, I just posted that in the wrong section. Banned from Discord. No. Oh, I actually posted that in the BFC prices. That is going into FM. Alright, there we go. Got that. Alright, so Malevolent Helm is now removed there. That way we can do the last piece of sub. The hood. 2.2 million on the instant buy for hood. As these items do come back around for the sell, then we'll be able to price those out for you guys. So we will go and we'll find out what these are as soon as they sell off. Okay, let's see what else we can do. And if you guys have any requests, then just let me know. As long as it's something we haven't literally just done in one of the sections, then I will go ahead and do it for you. Okay. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, my dude. Mated do TV. Am I on TV? Alright, what else can we do for some items that we haven't done? We've just priced so many things. We've priced so many things, and a lot of things are just up to date. Let's do a summon. Oh yeah. Let's do the recipes. So the recipes are actually pretty fantastic. We'll do summon renewal recipe. Could you Dragon Rider Lance if you haven't done? We did do Dragon Rider Lance. That is 40.1 to 42. Alright, summon renewal. Oh wow. That's a really great margin on summon renewal. So 453, we're just gonna put this right back in for what we paid for it. We can actually go ahead and post that one though. So summon renewal. Yeah, it's about what it was yesterday. So summon renewal recipe is going to be 80k. It's like the exact same as it was before. So 453k. Alright, we're going to do Spirit Attraction recipe. These recipes basically are just like, they're not often traded. So that is the reason why sometimes you'll just try to sell this, it won't even sell. And the margins are just really big. Even though the item itself is a really cheap item, the margins can just be really, really, really big. Sorry, so 291k. And honestly, there's not even much of a reason for me to try to do the instant sell because it's going to be the exact same story as the other one. So Spirit Attraction. Looks like that's 170k. Because we have the most recent one. We're going to do 150 to 290. We actually did have these recently posted, so we'll have about the same as before. So Spirit Attraction is 150k to 290k. Our Garb of Subjugation did sell awesome too. So once a few more of these things sell for the Garb, then we'll all go down and price those up there for you guys too. Also, if you are on YouTube and you'd like to hop over to Twitch, because that will help. The more people we have on Twitch, the higher we can actually get posted in the on the front page of Twitch. Let's see where we're currently at on RuneScape. Actually, I'm not even sure who's all on. Let me go look, and we'll do some more pricing here in just a second as well. Oh, the order is a little bit different than usual. Weird. Huh. Weird. I wonder what it's doing that for. Okay. Let's move on. Next one, though. Let's do another recipe. We'll do the Holy Aggro Overload. Another really cheap recipe, but the thing is, though, the margins on these are still fantastic, even though they are themselves cheap. So 210k, because remember, you can do 100 of these. That's the important thing to remember, is you can do 100 of these recipes per 4 hours. So we're looking at Summon Renewal, and it's like, oh man, you know, it's 452, and you buy around 100,000, but you can do 100 of them. So it's pretty nuts. Okay, and then we'll sell that right back for that. And let's look at the margin on this. So holy aggro buys for 60k. Looks like that margin's actually gotten better. Earlier it was a little bit below 200k, so it's actually gotten better over time, which is pretty sweet. These are like, so a lot of people ask for recommendations for overnights or just items you can leave in. These are really, really good. Like, these recipes are really good for that. These are also an example too of, these actually are from our annual prices. So if anyone was wanting to see like what some of the annual stuff looks like, these are actually part of our annual flipping section. So you can get stuff like this. Let me just give you an example of what this looks like if you actually successfully flip, not really if, but when you successfully flip 100 of these, because the price stays about the same all the time. There we go. It's sold too. So remember how a minute ago we couldn't even instantly sell them because that's how low you can buy them for? Well, this actually sold for 453, so that's pretty sweet. If I did 453k and then I subtracted 80,000 because that's our buy price, the profit on each one of these is 373k. So take that times 100. You make 37.3 million on just this one item. So that gives you an example like of the kind of stuff that's flipped in annual, and this is by far nowhere near one of the better things we do in annual. That is the kind of stuff that you'd be looking for in the annual flipping section right there. Do you ever try crystal skill champas? I can actually do the entire skill champa line. Let's do it. Let me move some of these other things out here. So summon renewal, can go ahead and remove that. Let's go ahead and do them right here. I will actually go do the entire skill champa line. I don't usually do skill champas because their pricing can be pretty inconsistent except for crystal. So if I was going to do crystal like skill champas in general, it would probably be crystals. They usually have a pretty low flip though, and that's kind of the issue with them. As you can see right here, the margin's only about 20. There is a 20,000 buy limit on them. But the thing is though is, yeah, sure, that can add up to be some okay money. It's like a 400k flip. But rather than doing these, I would do something like, I mean, even ores or bars or archaeology materials that also have a very large buy limit and can make you quite a bit of money. But I'll go ahead and price them out though, because they're not something we normally price out. And some of these other ones I bet you could get a little bit better margins just because there's not as many of them in the game. There's not a lot of people are doing these. So it looks like they're right off the bat. We can see the Azure skill champa is actually a lot better. That is a like way better margin. And remember, that is still a 20,000 buy limit. So that's pretty sweet. The exception for, so like kind of like I said, the crystal skill champa does usually have like a lower margin on it. That margin will get significantly better when you get around a time like during an event, like during double XP or something. Really good margin on the Cobalt skill champa as well, actually. And then we've got Viridian. Also kind of a pro tip when it comes to using skill champas is that you don't need to have the, like if you yourself wanted to use skill champas, you don't actually have to use crystal, like the highest tier, on a lot of the activities that skill champas are good for. I used to actually buy the really cheap skill champas and then use those for like wood cutting and whatnot, because they would still give you quite a bit of XP per hour added on. And the margin for a crimson is actually really good though. The margin for the crimson is about 400 on there. So 400 times 20,000 is that's really good. Is that 8 million? So 20,000 times, yes, it is 8 million. I just want to double check before I said that. That's an 8 million margin on the crimson. We did do the mechanized chinchompa early on in the stream too, and found that to be a pretty good margin. I definitely enjoy doing mechanized skill champas just because of the consistency and the pricing of them. They don't really change a whole lot, so you can kind of leave you can leave your offer in there for a really long time. All right, do this. Boom. Awesome. We just posted all of those in our Discord server. In the RS3 supply prices, it's a free open flipping section on the close to the top on the left. You guys can actually go in there and you can see every single one of these supply prices, like these bulk items that we have flipped during today's stream. There's actually a lot of prices there for you to use, so there is a massive amount of money for you to be made, for you to make, literally sitting there for you. So feel free to go in there and check those out. If you guys have any more requests, I can definitely do those for you too. Praveen says, could you suggest what I should look for when differentiating overnight buys versus day trade buys? So basically what you want to do is you want to be looking for items that are slower moving and higher margin. So that usually, what that is that's a low volume thing. You want to look for low volume things for overnights. Also, depending on your skill level, how experienced you are when it comes to doing overnights, that will determine whether you want to do safe things or higher risk things. If you are newer, then I would definitely stick to the things that stay about the same price day to day to day. Like if you can look at the graph of the item and the price doesn't really change too much, then you can definitely just use those items. There's lots of items like that don't really change like hardly at all as the time goes on. You can also use stuff like these recipes and everything and get really far with those. If you are one of the Patreon members too, then you can look on our spreadsheet, and in the overnight risk, it's actually color coded to tell you which items are really good for overnights and which items are not so good for overnights. So I would definitely stick to the items that are good for overnights, especially, actually, honestly, whichever skill level you are, whether you're really good at flipping or newer, you probably still want to stick to that color coding, because I color coded it for not based on how easy they are, but like how good they are. So hopefully that makes sense with that too. How much GP could you do per day flipping with 2 accounts? That really depends on your skill level, how long you're flipping, and also depends on how much you're flipping with. And then I know this is going to sound like a shameless plug, and it kind of is, but it's also going to depend on, are you a Patreon member and using the prices that are posted all over the place in our Discord server, or are you finding the prices on your own? Because that's going to determine how fast you're moving. If you're finding your own prices, then that means you're using up your own buy limits to find those prices. You might be losing a little bit of money to find those prices, and it's also going to be a lot slower. So that's the reason why I know it sounds like a shameless plug, but you do need to keep that into consideration of how fast you're moving. So those things really come into consideration. What I can tell you is that typically the people that are using 2 or more accounts are working with amounts of gold of like above max cash. Yeah, it varies so much. So I would say with 2 accounts using above max cash per month, if you are not making at least max cash every month, then you're doing something wrong. If you're not making at least 100 million per day, then you should be trying to increase it to making over 100 million per day. I would say the average for 2 account people is somewhere between 100 to 300 million per day. But yeah, that's going to wildly vary depending on those different things that I just said for you too. Also, if you are someone who is sitting there and on one account, you're making 10 million a day or 20 million a day or whatever, and I just gave you those numbers, don't feel bad that you're not hitting those numbers. It's just, just keep on improving and working on it until you get to those numbers. So holy agro overload recipe, boom, gone, awesome. Ooh, I feel like I gotta sneeze. Yep. Ooh. Okay, not dying, I promise. I flipped 2 accounts in MP and I cleared over 6 billion in November. There you go. He made 6 billion in November. 6 billion would mean that he is making 200 million per day, which would put right in the middle of what I just said. So there you go. Reinforce that. Not used to seeing those recipes go so quick. Yeah, I mean, sometimes they move quick, sometimes they don't. Normally, if I flip a stack of recipes myself, then I will just kind of like let them chill for a while and just not pay attention to them. Let me try something I haven't tried in a while. Effigy. I used to flip these stack of effigies like all the time, but that's when they were like 10 times this price. So 38.90. Wow, that's a really good margin. I just want to flip a few of the things, like price out a few of the things I haven't priced in a while. Backstab cape. This is something else that used to be really good. Okay, yeah, it's still worth something. That's good. Wow, that didn't buy for that price. That's crazy. All right, I'm not going to chase that thing all the way to oblivion because it'll just take forever. But I want to come over here. Here's one for you guys. This one good for you guys. Enchantment. So type in enchantment, you'll find the flaming sword enchantment. Now this thing is pretty good. Like it's a really good item to do. This right here was like one of my top secret ways of making like I would literally, I'm not even joking with you. I would literally make like 30 to 50 million per day just by doing flaming sword enchantment. Because nobody would ever price this thing and no one paid attention to it. But watch this, watch, I'll show you. I swear it'll work right now too. Okay, so it bought right at mid, okay? Let's go back in here, instantly sell this. Yep, I know I'm crazy. Go, 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 go. Cool, all right, it basically worked, okay. So right there, flaming sword enchantment, buy at 13.95.985, which I'll tell you right now, that looks like a sell price. So that means that you can buy this for even lower. When your instant sell looks like what someone should be selling it for, because remember this, when you instantly sell something, someone is buying that. That does not look like a buy price. Who would type that in for a buy price? I would never be like, oh, I'm gonna buy this thing 1395985. Like those just would not happen, right? Hey, thank you so much for the follow, my dude. So realistically, you can buy this for less. I would try like 1350, maybe 1300K or whatever. The sell price is 1661. Hey, what's up, Blue Moon? How's it going? So let me show you how. Okay, this is funny because these are basically prices I used to use back then, which means it's probably good again. But let me show you how literally you can make like 30 to 50 million off just this one item, guys. One item. All right, so let's do the 1300K because realistically, this is not a realistic price. So you can definitely stretch that price to get it for lower. And then the sell is 1661. Okay, I don't really need to do this math. It's 361,000 profit times 100 of them because it has a 100 buy limit. 100 buy limit. There you go. 36.1 million. If you flip one stack of these, it's 36.1 million. Even if you used the exact prices we got, which aren't very good, if you use those exact prices, guys, you would still make over 26 million flipping this one item. It's like the ultimate sleeper item. There you go. There you go. Congratulations, you now know one of my top secret items I never told anybody. Also, this light animaca did sell off. Let's see what the profit was on this, by the way. So I did stretch this. Remember, this was like one of our tests. We're going to stretch to see how much we could actually get. Looking in here, so I paid. Did I post these skill chompas, by the way? I think I did. Just to make sure I post those for you guys, for everybody. Yeah, we did. Okay. So I sold these for 140,069,000. That's how much we sold them for. And we bought them for 139,269. So like 800,000 was the flip. So not too bad, not too bad. An 800K profit flip in the background, but that was on a margin that wasn't even that good looking. So as you can see, even when the margin is like blah, because you can buy so many of these, it ends up being pretty good. Like 800K flip, do that 3 times a day. Do that 3 times a day. Do that on 3 accounts. It's pretty good. That ends up being a lot of money. That's 9 flips of that. Okay, so Inquisitor staff did sell off. Let's go ahead and go and post the update on the Inquisitor staff. In quiz. So Inquisitor staff is in the BFC prices. So we've got a 286,998. This is a really easy one because the mid is right there. So 285.5 million. Sorry, 284.5 million is our buy price. Our sell price is going to be 287. So 284.5 on the buy, 287 on the sell. That was posted into BFC. Bush Copper says up 40 million after 3 hours of BFC items. Not bad, my dude. Not bad. Not bad at all. LOTD, are you asking for a Luck of the Dwarves price check? You can do a Luck of the Dwarves if you want to. All right, 75. So mid. Sells at mid. I'm just gonna instantly sell it and get your price for you. So it looks like it is 74.5 million on the buy, and then 70, and then mid, so 75,055 on the sell. So a 500k margin. It's not that good. It's not that good of a margin for Luck of the Dwarves right now. I would suggest that you do try to buy this for lower. So I would buy it for lower, sell it right there where it's at. So that would be my suggestion right there. The good thing about Luck of the Dwarves, though, just like the rest of this jewelry type, is that you are looking at a 10 buy limit. So not the best margin on one of them. And what is this song? Like, particular? Are they trying to put me to sleep with this? Girlfriend. McDonald's?
You're joking.
Doesn't this sound so good?
I want chicken nuggets and cheeseburger, and
Me
I
too.
want fries and
I want an iced tea and a McChicken.
Oreo ice cream for dessert.
I want everything. Look at the McDonald's app and see if we have a deal.
Okay.
No, law things not anywhere near as important as McDonald's.
I'll find the best coupon.
Someone suggests a caramel frappe.
No, I don't like that.
She doesn't like that.
Oreo. Without
She
any
wants
sauce.
Oreo without any sauce. Very specific. Let me do these. Hot Fudge Sundae does sound pretty good. Anyway, you can check out Ring of Death. I can. 44 Wheels. How you doing, my man? Ring of Death. We're gonna instantly buy this. Bloop. So 74.1. I'm gonna instantly sell it. I have regrets. I already have regrets, and I haven't even done this yet. Here we go. Yep. There you go. That's a fat margin for you right there. So 70 million buy, 74.1 million sale. That's a 4.1 million flip. It's really good. There is a 100 buy limit, so you can go and make you can go make 400 million on that item. There. There's a 410 million profit on that item. People literally, like, all the time. I've got people saying, like, how do you make 10 million? How do you make 10 billion or 20 billion or 30 billion a month? Like, how do you do that? How do you do that? I don't actually get a lot of people saying that I'm lying about it. I don't get a lot of people saying that, which is good, because I try to, like, show everybody as much things as I possibly can and help people as much as I can. That's like the point of our server, literally. So I don't get a lot of people that say that I'm lying about that, but I do get a lot of people being like, how do you do that? Well, there you go, my guys. There you go. Ring of Death is a 410 million profit on one item. And this is a pretty commonly traded item. So Ring of Death is actually in our annual, it's part of our annual section. I'm actually going to go post it in there right now. So Ring of Death is 70 million to 74.1 million. Pretty fat margin. We have a lot of items like that in annual, though. So there you go. All you gotta do is just flip stuff like that. This is also pretty sweet, because if you look at Ring of Death also, this is a highly demanded item. Like, people still use these all the time. Like, obviously, it's a Ring of Death. Like, it's a very commonly traded thing. This is not some obscure thing like a Guthix Rest. Like, go to the Grand Exchange and buy me a Guthix Rest. Like, it's not like that. Ring of Death is going to be used every single day by a lot of different people, so there's always demand for this thing right here. And you're looking at a 4.1 million margin, which means you could just sit here and buy these and buy these and buy these and buy these, and then sell them as they sell, and you're not looking at hardly any kind of risk. And yes, well, here's the thing. Until death cost gets fixed in January, yes, but for starters, I'm not necessarily saying to do this exact item all the time, although you could. There's lots of items like this that you can make hundreds of millions on, literally, and I'm just literally showing you them. But they already said they're going to be updating the Ring of Death usage. So they already, like, when they very first talked about death cost, they mentioned Ring of Death and how it needed to have new usage. So there you go. At the same time, though, here, let me show you this. So, Death Touch Bracelet. Who uses this? Like, no one uses this. This has, like, such niche use The last time I saw someone use this was like using this as they tanked AOD or whatever, like as the tank. Like outside of being a... Yeah, there you go. Like James says, best in slot AOD. Well, that's literally what I'm saying right now is AOD. But like, outside of tanking AOD or whatever, like, no one uses Death Touch Bracelet. This is not used over something else for like most content. My point is that despite its only very niche usages, it's still really expensive. And the reason why is because it's linked to the price of the other things. But yeah, look. So like people are saying, like Dante and James are saying, they're naming like, yes, that it is best in slot on some bosses and then everything. But my main point of it is like compare Death Touch Bracelet to other things of this shouldn't really be this expensive. It's really only this expensive because of the fact that it's linked to the other jewelry. So Ring of Death is going to be in that same kind of category of it's not going to dive down in price just because they're going to do death updates. They will update the Ring of Death and then it'll have, you know, its niche use or whatever. And yeah, it'll continue having high demand because of the fact that it's linked to those Hydrix jewelries. But all right, let me go ahead and do our. Just really quickly do our subjugation because we did price out subjugation. So give me 1 second here. I'm gonna open up our correct section for that. I like the Death Touch Bracelet, by the way. Like I enjoy the item. It's just like, you know, you don't usually find a great use for it unless for very niche things. Hey, Raiden, thank you so much for the follow there, dude. Okay. Oh, I have a quick question for you guys. A real quick question for you guys. The PVM hardcore. James, hey, yeah, hey, how you doing too, dude? I actually a question for you guys that PVM a whole lot because as everyone should know by now, I am not the hardcore PVMer. Like I know my basics and stuff like that, but I'm by far not your hardcore PVM content. So I was going to do some updating on my perks. So I was going to do some updating on my gear that has best in slot perks. And I noticed that most of the range setups have Karaming as, you know, Karaming is part of the best in slot package. If I don't want to use Karaming, what should I be putting on my shit for my range two-handed? Because in PVME, it was pretty much all Karaming. And I understand why, but if I only have like 2 targets... Yeah, well, I'm looking for something a little bit better than P6E4 though. Because I don't want... Currently it has P6 Genocidal E4. Like, for like my new like junk gear. So like, my junk setups are that. AS4 P6? Okay. I think that's literally what I've got on there right now is AS4 P6, so I'm not really missing anything then. But yeah, let me while you guys answer that kind of stuff, let me look at this. So Flip Mastery is for subjugation. Subjugation actually has really good margins too. James, you're in the Discord server, aren't you? I'll have to talk to you about perks again because I want to. I'm going through and like kind of redoing some of my my perk setups. Okay, yeah. Currently my best in slot gear setups have Aftershock 4 and stuff. I'll have to show you if you're in there. But I was just kind of looking for like because I don't want to use Karaming on that. So I should basically just. Are you saying basically I should just go with like best melee setup then, just copy that into range? Aftershock 4 E2 and P6 R1 is probably what you'd aim for. I think that's literally what I have. Here, let me look. I've got what my previous current best thing is. Alright, 1 second guys, we're just gonna look at this real quick and then we're gonna go back to pricing, I promise. So I've got A4 P2 and then I've got E4 R3. Oh, okay. So I think previously this was like the previous best in slot. Okay, I noticed it's not quite the same as that one. So are you saying that A4E2 P6R1 is better than A4P2 E4R3? Would you say that that is like the new, or that will be a better upgrade?
There are Christmas coupons from McDonald's.
Oh my god, there's Christmas coupons from McDonald's. Anyway, my current like other gear I think has this exact same thing that the Sunspear has on it, so that's what I've currently got is A4P2 E4R3, and I wasn't sure if. Okay. Anyway, that's what I've got. Let me know if that if I should switch to what you just said too. All right, let's look at the subjugation. I'm gonna price this out for you guys. That way you guys can use it. Also, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. If you have not followed, then make sure you hit that follow button.
Listen. I found the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Are you listening?
I am listening.
Pick a big double or a McChicken and get 4 pieces of chicken nuggets and a medium and small fries, $4 times 2.
Oh yeah, we should do that. Just gotta find it in the app and then we'll get it. Subjugation gown. Okay, I'm just typing these all out. I'm putting these into FM prices, by the way. So, sub. And then sub boots. Great, free heart attacks. Yeah, I was actually just recently looking into I was using the perks page and also using PVME's perk guides too to like kind of like go through and upgrade some of my stuff and just update it. This all came around because I just bought another ECB and I was gonna perk it out and start using it again, and that's how I started going down this rabbit hole. So. Okay, so our subjugation hood, guys. We've got 1915K to 2200K. The stream shouldn't be lagging for anyone. If it's lagging, that's probably on your end. I just looked at the analytics when you said that, and we don't have any lag over here. At least I hope there's no lag for you guys. All right, subjugation garb. We're gonna do 6 million to 6433K. Yeah, you basically want to copy best in slot melee perks for range since you're ignoring caroming for 2H. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. I just wanted to double check because, like I said, I am not the PVM god. Subjugation gown. But thank you so much for the answers, everybody. Thank you so much. Subjugation gown. We've got 5036K to 5287K. And I'm going to put a stretch sell because that is a lower margin than normally you'd go for. And then we've got the subjugation gloves. That is going to be 1940K, and that's going to go to 2367K. Good time to get ranged bolt equipment since arrows are meta everything that used bolts seems so cheap. Yeah, no, I actually just recently picked up a couple different stacks of big criminal bolts. That's another reason why I was getting the ECB. I was like, I think it's time to go back to ECB. Because I was planning on actually doing some PVM now because I'm basically 200 million all, or I'm really soon to be 200 million all except for the combats. And so yeah, I am looking into getting a PVM. I would say halfway proper PVM because right now I'm so busy trying to get this content out and everything and get everything going that I mostly have to AFK. But when I'm not AFK, I am trying to like sharpen up on some stuff and practice some stuff. So I would say halfway proper. I'm getting all of the best in slot setups for everything and getting everything set up to do proper PVM and do everything correctly. But it's just kind of whatever I get time to do, unfortunately, right now. 1920. I'm gonna do 1920K on Booth of Subjugation buy, and then the sell is gonna be 2900K. Alright, and there we go. So Just a really quick run through, rehash on the pricing for subjugation. That way you guys can use it. It's gonna be sub hood is 1915k to 2200k. Sub garb is 6 million to 6433k, which is basically mid. Sub gown is 5036k to 5287k. Stretch the sell, which means to try to sell it for more than that. Subjugation boots is 1940k to 2367k. And then that was gloves, right? Sorry, my bad. And then sub boots, which just sold here, are 1920k to 2900k. Something just really easy to keep in mind is it looks like pretty much every piece of subjugation is buy it at mid and sell it for a lot more than mid. So if you just kind of follow that, then subjugation is pretty simple, kind of written out there. Are you considering switching to mage? For most people, the obstacle is money, but if you can afford the FSOA setup, it's revo friendly and do way more damage. I need to update a couple of my things, like go get the kiln cape for mage, or the Zuck cape for mage. But yeah, I'm getting the setups for. I'm pretty much buying the setups for everything right now. And yeah, Fractured Staff and Animate Dead is probably going to be like one of the #1 things I go for early on, because I'll be able to kind of like learn mechanics and stuff really easy without it being too punishing by doing that. So Mage is probably my #1 thing I'm updating right now, actually. Yeah. Also, it's very AFK friendly, so which is that's what you're talking about when you're saying that's revo friendly. Like, yeah. So, the mage setup is probably my #1 thing I'm going after. It sounds really good.
And we could win 50 years of McDonald's. So
only 50 years of McDonald's, wow. Okay. Also, too, by the way, guys, if you guys want to enter in our 50 million giveaway, we're doing a 50 million giveaway every single day this month. You can check that out in our announcements on our Discord server. All you gotta do is post what your Christmas wish list is, and then hit the enter button. That's all you gotta do. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for checking out today's stream. I think I am gonna hop off now. We're gonna go get some McDonald's. We've been on for a 3-hour pricing stream. So also, when this stream is off here, it is gonna be up on YouTube. That way you guys can check it out. You can look back through and see whatever prices you want to. I've also posted pretty much all the prices that I posted all the prices we use in the Discord server, but most of them today are actually posted into the free open flipping section, so you guys can check that out down below. Thank you so much for the support, you guys that are Patreon members. You guys are fantastic. You are keeping the lights on and giving me the ability to be able to create content for you. So if you enjoy the content, you enjoy making money, flipping and everything like that, please consider becoming a Patreon member, because that does make it so I have more time to create content. I will see you guys really soon. All right, you guys have a great night. Have a good one. Happy holidays.